48, something like that. Beautiful April Sunday, sun is shining. And as always,
good.
we just gonna get the resume. Who's actually doing the resume? Is it you, Cristy, or is it somebody else? Good. All right, then. Stage is yours.
I ended up saving notes last
No!
week. So we're back in level 6 where we ended up finding another portal that with a dragon or wormling. We figured out that the portal opens by feeding it gems. It doesn't work with gems that are around 50 GP. It worked with the one that was 200. So it has to be somewhere in that range. We ended up reaching, finally, actually, level 3, where we ended up meeting some hobgoblins. We met Pumpkin again. He says he's a fighter now and that he will have his own little battalion, but didn't seem too sure about it, or apparently the other didn't know yet, so guess we'll find out eventually. We then got led to Azrok, where we told him that we came through the portal. He asked us how the portal worked, and told us that there were no other portals that they knew of on level 3. He still seems to be kind of blind, so I figure out they didn't find, I think it was a dagger, if I recall it correctly, or something that allowed him to see, but it looks like they didn't find it yet. The access to level 2 seemed blocked, like there was a wall. So we decided to take the ferry with Scully Boy back to Skullport. We got back there where the alchemist gave us some of the potion that she did for us in the meantime. Everyone seemed kind of surprised that we were still alive. She also told us that there's a church of Elixir there now, and that the people invested a lot now that stuff has changed after the treasure was found. There seems to be a lot more going on. Apparently, there's no more ships coming from Waterdeep, but there are caravans, so there must be some kind of passage somewhere. We ended up going back to the party house. We gave Olin's old books to Skriana with enough tomes and paper and ink to do whatever her wizard heart pleases, hoping she doesn't deceive us with that. But we're starting to warm up to her. We ended up visiting Ulvira, who was not really happy about us trying to raise a white dragon, and she wanted to destroy the egg, which we didn't allow. Instead, we ended up buying some rabbits to feed to the dragon if it eventually hatches, which we hope. Skriana got some money for food and ended up buying a good chunk of the stuff at the market to try out and do new things for us. We had some interaction with Jolax, little update on what was going on. And we found out that Marcus, the wizard that we met in Waterdeep, is there. We decided to stay in Skullport for a while. So we also headed to the Foundry where Lasha got orders on some new armor and the new hammer. And where Zoya in downtown got very friendly with the dwarves, as in she tried to scam them and they noticed and will not allow her to train with weapons anymore.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, I asked to train with the weapons, and then I tried to use a spell that I've been dragging along since session 1, which is Distort Value, and I failed because they noticed that I was casting a spell. But anyway, I ended up buying the weapon anyway, just like for the normal asking price. And I'm not quite sure what everyone else did in the downtime, so if anyone wants to enlighten us or share something.
Most of 1 week I had to transcribe spells, and then I also had cooking, and I wanted to make furniture. So really, I stayed at home. Like it's just real life, but in D&D.
But you've been really busy, huh? Like
I
doing all
have,
those
yeah.
things.
Also, how's that egg looking?
I know.
Like
I'll...
an egg?
Like an egg, so it's still an egg.
You egg.
That's what we did. I don't know what Elasha and Yago did in the meantime. I'm assuming Elasha was doing Harper stuff.
Well, actually, Elisha was sorry, real quick. Maybe you see it. Buffs, I guess that's the mushroom stuff, right?
Yes.
The Zerkwood?
Yes.
Did you plant a tree or a mushroom?
No, unfortunately, no tree because there is no sunlight down here. But we got some Zerkwood mushrooms that probably still need to grow a little bit, but they should be big enough. So we can use them for transportation with our new sword friend. And
Is the sword friend actually talking to you?
not yet.
Actually, I wanted to include that in your downtime activity that we had on a very short notice. The sword is actually driving you crazy. It is so talkative.
Nice, quick. Just by the way.
Oh, nice.
Is the thing is, the sword is constantly talking about two topics. The first topic is finding nice gemstones to improve itself by appearance, and the other is to return to Mithranor. And he is constantly asking you if he could have a look at some gemstones or find a way to teleport back to Mithranor, which is endurable for the time being right now, so you can still ignore it. But let's see what it's coming up with. We didn't have a roleplay opportunity for that one, unfortunately. So just as a summary.
Okay, well that's all right. Yeah, well, and except that, Elisha just went inquiring again to find that idol that she's looking for. Well, still no sign of that, but some traces, let's say, lead to House Freth, and yeah, so we'll see how that goes, actually. Yeah,
all right.
that's about it.
Last but not least, Yago, did you want to share something?
And I did a quick visit to the Church of Elixir, and where I was given this very large book about drows, it seems. Sadly, they didn't know anything about the drows we encountered specifically. And yeah, that's it.
And 2 weeks. Yeah, doing one visit with the church.
1 week. Did we say 1 week or 2 weeks?
We kind of need 2 weeks because all hours added for my transcribing are 1 week.
Easy. Then
right?
it's 2 weeks.
Is
Why
that
not?
fine with everyone?
Just 1 week.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, otherwise I'd have to, which I can, go back and decide which I've copied and which I haven't.
No, it's all right. I mean, let's see where we end today. What you guys actually come up with, and then
one of the biggest problems. How do I add spells on this Foundry? Because I've theoretically received multiple spells that are now don't have on my list.
Yeah, you need to add them as items, basically. So if you go to that luggage symbol there, then you should have spells.
Luggage symbol?
Yes, it's right next to the actors.
Oh, you mean top right, items directory?
Yeah. Yes. And then you have there a list of spells, and you should then be able to drag and drop them into your character sheet.
Mage armor doesn't exist already.
Mage armor doesn't exist.
Magic Wand of Magic Missile exists. Are you sure it's the item directory?
Mage armor exists.
Where
It's
are
on
we
spells
looking?
SRD.
Where's spells SRD? I only have items SRD.
Ah, you only see that one. Wait, then I give you permission. That is, you're all observers. Save change. There you go. You should now see the spells as well.
Aha! Thank you.
Oh,
I'll-
and
can I
something
just
else
drag and
that
drop? Oh my god!
something
Sorry, go
else
on.
that Lasha did. She went to the smithy again to get her suit of armor fitted. Of course, that's the most important thing.
You did the fitting, and since we are going now with a 2 weeks downtime, then you already had the opportunity to pick it up in entirety, and it fits perfectly, and is well made.
I would have also spent more time with Jarlax learning Undercommon.
So this would be adamantine half plate.
Wink, wink.
Wait, I just have to give Elasha the item and do a little modification on it.
But figuring out which spells to prepare is going to be an absolute nightmare now.
Okay.
Welcome
then
to my world.
Is magic item yes. Is equipped. And then it needs to be an effect here. So this should then be 15 plus your dex modifier, which is 17, right?
Yep.
And then plus 1 because it's an armor plus 1. So it should be 16 plus dex modifier.
There are some spells missing. I'll get back, but we can do that in a bit.
Yep.
So that should then be 17. Wait, I forgot your shield. What is your shield giving you? Plus 2?
+2, yes.
All right, then let's make
Yep.
this let's make this then an 18 plus dex. Submit. It's not calculating it correctly, actually, for whatever reason.
I mean, I would then
Yes,
just
now. So
end
that
D&D
would make
Beyond.
it then a 20, right?
Yes, but I have +1 from my fighter.
All right, then it's a 21. Good, then let's modify this to a 19 then. Submit 21. There you go.
In D&D Beyond, I would then just like replace the adamantine scale mail with adamantine half plate and modify it to a +1,
Yes.
and then it should actually take that into Foundry, right?
Foundry is already corrected.
Okay.
So that is already working. If you want to do double bookkeeping then on D&D Beyond as well, then feel free. Actually, I recommend it to do it because it's just as a backup.
Move cursor.
wait.
Was it? What? Shit, it is.
Okie dokie. So there we go. This is done. You got your armor. Zoya got her sword. I think so, right?
Yeah, I got the scimitar.
Good. All right.
By 18k.
Yeah. Well, looks like a lot of money, but it isn't at the end of the day.
No, I mean it's fine. I still have a little bit of money with stuff I sold and such.
It's money well spent.
Look
Oh,
for black.
doesn't have Everts in front of it.
Yeah,
Good,
exactly.
noted. Oh, floating disc is also here, but not as tense as floating disc.
No, just as floating disc.
Crown of Madness isn't here.
Yeah, that is correct. Let me
And
quickly
Ray
take a
of
note.
Sickness I've not found.
Ray of Sickness should be there. I'm pretty sure I've seen this one. Ray, Poison Spray, Ray of Enfeeblement, Ray of Frost, Scorching Ray. Interesting, wait, let's look for Sick. No, alright, so it was...
Witch Bolt, Crown of Madness, Ray of Sickness.
And Ray of...
Also, I've been
wait.
preparing spells again incorrectly. Again, because I can prepare 6 of the Artificer's list and like 10 of the Wizard's list, but I've only had 10. This is an absolute nightmare. Why DMing is so much easier.
Uh-huh. Why is Ray of Sickness on Elisha's...
Probably an
Spell
import
list.
from D&D Beyond.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably that is the but it should then also create an item here. It can't just do this and then.
Well, if
can
it does
I
create an
wait?
item, it's not in spells SRD.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere else. So need to check. Wait. Compendium. What do we have there? You just go on playing basically. I figured this out. I have a list now of spells which to look for.
I can prepare 6 first level spells as a as an artificer, but I don't have second level spell slots for them.
So guys, what is it? Just don't wait for me.
Figuring out spells, I'll be about 2 hours. Don't worry about me.
So how many spells did you rescribe, inscribe, subscribe, prescribe?
Well, I transcribed all spells from the previous 3 spell book into my own spell book, and then I've made a complete copy of that spell book to be stashed here. That way, I'm relatively safe and I have access to everything. Except the spell magic. That's not in there. That'd be a really useful spell that we should probably find at some point.
I got that, but well, usually don't have slots to prepare it.
Yeah, so, I mean, I would always prepare it because it's one of the most useful spells. But I
Indeed.
don't have the spell.
DDB spells now. Crown of Madness. There it is. This is the one. DDB spells. Import all. Yes, 2 DDB spells. There you go. Importing 522 entries.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Configure permission. Observer. Save. So
Oh.
now Crown of Madness is there. Then Witch Bolt is there. And Ray of Sickness is also there.
Alright, I shall add them to my... Also, I've just learned because I've not looked into all the added spells. Apparently, chronergy magic gives me access to spells that I've never heard of.
Welcome to Wizard.
Oh shit! It's actually already in here. All right, I'll add that.
It is a direct beyond import.
Cool. I just
It's
did
all sources that I have access to should now be there, which is basically all.
Nice.
Good then.
This will add an
Um,
additional 2 hours to me preparing spells.
How about now the discussion that we had in the beginning before we started the stream about the rooms, who's taking what room and what to do with it?
Well, I just was so free as to decide that there are like 2 bedrooms. I hope that's all right. And as we are or would be 5 adventurers, I have 3 and 2 bedrooms, and each bedroom or like each bed has its own, well, chest where you could store your stuff, of course. So I don't know. I mean, so far it wasn't really a point that we discussed, I think.
No, that's exactly the reason why.
And to be honest, I don't really mind.
Zoya calls dips on the pink. Because there's no purple one.
So we have the 2 bedrooms for the 5 possible party play members.
Yes.
Sure.
As this is how it's set up now. I mean, by the space that you have, you can have a bedroom for your own.
What about the 2 upstairs rooms? What are they for?
Well, one seems to be a study room, and the other one is empty and
Dirty.
is dirty, has rubbish and spiderwebs in it.
We should make this space here a
We-
library.
Because we basically, when we took over the place, I don't think we ever really invested any time or money into like interior stuff.
No.
Except
It'd
for
be
the bed.
useful to have like a small workshop, possibly, where we can do any type of, alchemy / arcane.
I think
Slash-
the alchemy stuff is here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we could just use this.
If you want a
Because
separate
we-
room, this one seems pretty empty.
It doesn't need to be separate. It's just a place to have metal work around for the future, possibly, when I do artificer stuff would be neat. But I'll just do that in the alchemy
So-
room. We'll just have a big workshop area here.
Yeah, that was basically my idea, to have like the living quarters down here, and then upstairs would be like, for example, one study room, and we could probably add more walls and let people build or redo the structures of walls. And as we have the alchemy tools, they needed a place as well. And so I just thought that it would be best suited upstairs. And yeah.
Good idea.
And
If it
it's-
goes
it-
wrong, you only blow off the roof and not the
That's
entire
what,
house.
that's what I was about to say too. Worst case, we only lose the top floor.
Yeah. So I think we can use the upper floor as you said, as a workspace, and can set up different things up there.
And we
And-
make a dragon nursery in the empty room.
Or
How many dragons do you expect us to
given
have?
given how big it is on the sides, I don't know what our roof is, but technically an adult dragon could fit in there.
It's
So absolutely.
just the one for now. How many other dragon eggs have we found until now?
I don't know, but we'll make a dragon breedery.
We We can crossbreed dragons and see what comes out.
I only
Yeah.
slightly regret that we sold the Mind Stone to Obaya. Because worst case, we could have used that to keep the dragon in check.
You think that will work?
I don't know.
Doesn't it have like an intelligence requirement or something?
I don't know. I guess worst case, the Lasha stabs it with a sword. That seemed to have worked on the green one.
At this
would it
point,
be-
I actually have to recommend you watching the D&D movie, the one from 1989 or when it came out,
The
because
one
it's
where
exactly about
the-
this topic.
what? The one where the first level party has to fight a Hydra?
No, not a Hydra. They don't have to fight a Hydra. What bullshit did you watch?
Well, what about the Dungeons and Dragons series where in the first episode they fight Tiamat?
Oh yeah,
No.
what the Tiamat? I was mixing stuff up. Yeah, they fight Tiamat in the first episode.
Well, I mean, one can always try, right? Good. All right.
Babs,
So,
can I-
dragon
is-
nursery, whatever. It's your house. You decide what to do with it.
I
Yes,
put
Luke.
is
I
it
put the rabbits up
possible
there.
to have another color for my prepared spells so I can differentiate between artificer spells prepared
Hmm.
and wizard spells prepared?
Probably, but not immediately right now. I probably have to get into that specific module there to see if I can add a different color. In general, it would probably be a good idea to have them separated in between artificer spells and wizard spells, right? And not just have one big list.
I mean that as well, yes.
All right, I look into it.
Thanks. I'll leave my prepared spell list a bit of a mess for now. Because otherwise I'd have to start writing stuff down in real life as well and go in 3 level of notes. Be a mess.
You're so meta.
What do you mean?
You are so meta. 3 level of notes. That's a lot of levels.
Well, I have that in here. Then I'm working between 2 books. then I have an Excel file, and then I'd also start physical paper notes, while also working on the wiki. It'd be a lot.
But still, much appreciated. By the way, just to clarify, whose turn is it actually to do the in-character notes this week?
It is me.
Is you. Good. All right. Perfect. Good. So now what to do with all those rooms?
We can make a pet room up here, so we have like the cat, the owl, and maybe the dragon, and then maybe the cat and the owl not there when the dragons are there. The dragon is there. Get rid of the webs for a start,
Um.
and the junk on the floor.
And
Hmm?
well, as you can see, like that I don't know, that wall structure looks different. I didn't put that in
Yeah, that
because I also was calculating with a different scale. So I think I had like double the size of us. So like the house would be only
that
half
is
as
also
big.
me.
Yeah,
I
but just that's why I didn't do like any other rooms up here. But if you want and we go with this one, then I could just like change up the map so it would actually then fit the rest of the map.
you mean the
And-
layout of the walls?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would
And
be
then we could do like, I don't know, we could do like whoa, sorry, like maybe one room here. Hey, stop. Why doesn't it stop?
What are you doing?
I'm
you're
trying
drawing.
to. Yeah.
You know, this just reminds me a little bit at the thing where there was, what was it, The Sim 3 or 4, where you couldn't have like teenagers living in a house alone, so you would put an old lady in the house and then put the old lady in a box, and then she would die and the teenagers would live alone. And I feel kind of like that at the moment.
You can feel
Well, it
lucky that
is
we don't have a
D&D
pool.
Sims edition today,
Well,
so
there's no walls, so... and there's no doors, so there's only the wall.
Aw.
Yeah, but that would be my my
Another room, yes.
Vorschlag.
It's a suggestion.
Yeah.
So this is how you contain Zoya. You just draw a pink square around her, and then she can't leave anymore.
Like a cat.
Exactly.
It's just like with snails, where you just take salt and draw a circle of salt around the snake. Snail, not the snake, snail.
Except
Get
Zoya
snakes.
doesn't die.
Then
We can get snakes.
Hey, you don't know. It hasn't tried it.
But I think
Severus-
Zoya would like to go and play dice somewhere to see if she can get out some money out of people.
Well, now the question is, what else do we want to fit into our home? Do we have something else that we need to fit?
Or books.
Well, I can cook here. That's one thing I do. And then, I mean, ideally, I'd have an arcane workshop up here for both my wizard and artificer needs. We could go in a smaller section.
Can I
Like,
have some kind of
probably
like
that.
corner where we have maps as well, so we can kind of like compare the maps
Yeah, that'd be
we've
neat.
collected up until now. Speaking of, we can go and visit the map makers again and give them an update on the rooms and levels we found.
Ah, yes, good idea, actually.
Yeah, that would actually be a good idea. All right, then I would well, make more compartments or more rooms, and well, probably I would then say that we would have like a little section here, and then I would just like do 2 rooms here, if that's fine with you guys, and then I can then I would add just like some, I don't know, some kind of workbenches or something. So you would have like the tinker's tools.
Yeah,
Do
that'd be
we
neat.
have something else?
I mean, generally, just I mean, I can theoretically create every single tool in the book given an hour's work. That's an artificer thing.
Nice. Well, I mean, we can always place more stuff. That's not a problem. Great. Then I will do that for next time.
Awesome. All right then. What's next?
Well, if the 2 weeks are over, then we go back to existing in real time for a bit. Whatever real time is in D&D.
Should we
Go back
for
to
the
existing. I
cartographers?
like that.
Yeah, we can go visit the cartographers and give them an update.
Okay.
And maybe they have some new maps or a map that leads to Waterdeep, because we know that there are caravans. That would be nice just to know that there's a way.
All right, then what's that shop actually called? Sextant something. Skullport, where are you? There you are. The sword and the sextant, yes.
I think I have my spell sorted out. I did it.
Noise.
And now I can't click my own self anymore. What's that about?
Oh. I can click you. Wait, I move you back and forth. How about now?
Wait, you moved me?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I can't select. I can't select that anymore. I'll have to use a new me.
A new you. Good.
New
All
year,
right.
new me.
Then I delete the old you.
The books we gave you were all a trick. We control you now.
It's cursed item.
All right. So then you go to the sword and the sextant, which is here. By the way, I changed the maps for Skullport to give them a bit of a newer look, because most houses have been repaired and everything is nicer now, and the streets are not that well. The streets are still covered with shit up, but that's just Skullport. All right. The shop itself did not change at all. Oleander and Will seem to be happy with how their home and shop looks. And as always, as you enter the shop, a little bell rings as you open the door, and the two halflings are not paying attention like you're used to it, and are constantly fighting over map details that should be the one way or the other.
Maybe we can help you with some of the details.
Huh? Who? What? Oh, it's you!
Everyone seems so surprised to see us.
Well, we haven't seen you in a long time. Not that we notice how time passes.
Oh well, you know, up and down the levels we go.
Oh, so I hope you're back with new details? Yes? Yes?
We do have some.
All right. Oleander, get a new sheet of paper. Let's write everything down.
Give him descriptions as good as I can, helping out with minor illusion.
All right. So, anything in particular? Specific level or something like that?
Am I gonna tell them everything? No, I'm not.
Well,
No,
you
just
could at least share
I
some
mean
details.
not the portals, but just like the layout of the.
So you specifically leave the portals out.
The layouts.
Yes.
Okay, I know the levels and what they're about. I don't know their layout, so that's good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you leave the portal specifically out, and at this point you have quite some corrections to make on level 6, since you explored that one quite a lot. Same goes for level 9, where you had your little Hogwarts experience. And where else have you been in the meantime? Level 8. Level 8 is also there. They're pretty curious about level 8 in particular, since they did not expect a swamp down there. So, are there any details that you would like to share?
I mean, we did find some kind of temple-ish, and then the layout where the people were being safe, quote unquote.
Hmm. Well, what they have on level 8 so far is basically a blank page, so not really much. So they happily start writing down everything according to your information and the minor illusions.
Mhm.
And as you finish, they look at each other and seem to whisper something and say, "Yes, that sounds appropriate. Yes, okay." And Will reaches out under his desk and pulls out a little pouch with gold coins in it. That's just a little something for all of your help. I'm pretty sure we can sell those maps for even more, but that's just for you. Yes?
Thank you. How much does he give you? Give
It
us.
contains 150 gold pieces.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to 30 gold.
The whole interaction takes about an hour, and after
I
you're
also
finished, yes.
I also asked them if they happen to have any map of the road or route that apparently the caravans are taking to come from into Waterdeep.
Oh no, those caravans are pretty secretive about their routes. It's probably best to just follow one of them, or even pay them to take you upstairs.
Right.
Not that we would be interested in that.
All right.
So is there anything else that we can do for you?
I think that will be all.
Great. Then please come back anytime when you have new details, and hopefully we can then later on release the magnificent tome of maps from Undermountain. Working title.
Terrible
That's good.
title.
Good. They bow to you and say goodbye.
They're always so busy. Like, I say that when we're already outside. I wonder who they're actually selling the maps to. Because we didn't really come across a lot of other adventures down there.
It's true. Oh. No idea. Maybe they're just planning on more adventures? Wishful thinking.
Who knows? Who knows? So, Skriana, how do you like your new home?
Well, it's good. It actually, I mean, I don't exactly know what a home feels like, but it feels like I'm not being actively hunted all the time.
Well, I would say that that's one of the definitions I would say a home has. It's a place that you feel safe, that you can come home to and retreat, and don't have to feel threatened or have to be scared. So, I mean, it can use a little bit of work still, but we can make it the best home there is.
Yeah?
All right. So, does anyone else have some other business to attend to?
Not really.
Me neither.
No. I think I finished it all at this point.
I mean, we had a well-deserved and needed break, and well, I think it would be time to go exploring again. Don't you think?
Question is upwards or downwards?
Well,
Found a, well, we didn't find it, but a possibility of going to Waterdeep that you wanted to explore.
right. That's true. So, if we would then decide to go to Waterdeep, then it probably would be wise that we maybe go and get the circlet first. Because in case we actually make it to Waterdeep, then we could sell that to Obaya.
Yeah, let's get that first. We don't have anything to lose by just popping off there quick.
I have to ask. Sorry. How?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, I mean, we could still ask around.
Aren't there any
On
portals?
how
Maybe
to?
Aren't there any
maybe
portals
ask
from-
the map guys.
Ah, they could know maybe.
Maybe there is another route that we don't know yet of, or they have heard some rumors, or yeah.
All right.
Quick question out of character.
Yes, sure.
Did we come across plants or trees in that level?
In
Came
level
ac-
2.
Yes.
Level 2 is a old dwarven dungeon. There are no plants at all.
That's too bad.
Level
I'm
5
assuming
has
neither
plan.
level 1. Level 5 has plants. It also has an angry bitch that tries to kill us.
Well, kill her instead.
I mean, yeah, we're not out of resources like we were last time, so we might have a chance.
Yeah, it
But
might
no,
be a
if-
good idea to go there and finish that at some point.
If caravans come through here, you could just wait on one arriving and then talk to them.
That sounds like a good idea. So, out of character, we did we see like any caravan, or did we like see something at the market or
Yes, at the market they're constantly arriving, basically, unloading wares and stuff from donkeys and carts. So that would probably be your best guess to find one that is returning.
All right. Well, if we want to get hold of someone from a caravan, then we should probably go to the market. I think I saw something when we last been there.
And let's go.
All right, so you head back to the market, which is
Sounds good.
busy as always. And you notice that there is a group of humans with a couple of donkeys unloading stuff to a general supplies stand.
Alasha goes up to the group and says, "Hello there. um, you seem to have just arrived here in Skullport. Is that right?"
Yeah, well, maybe. Who's asking?
Well, my name's Elasha, but I'm not sure if that would ring a bell with you. But we are basically looking for a way or a path to Waterdeep. And since you recently just arrived, we thought that you might be able to help us.
Oi, Gavin, look. This guard is trying to fool us. Never seen a more stupid one.
What?
Another one of the
me.
humans is turning around, looking at you, and saying, "Yeah, they get uglier every day."
Elisha reacts a little bit conscious and insecure for a second, and is like thinking inside. Wait, I don't look that bad. And then she like snaps out of it, and well,
Boy, idiot!
postures a little
I
bit
wouldn't
up.
talk that much if my face looked like my ass, and I cast vicious mockery on the one that insulted Elisha.
I have to roll stuff, huh?
Yes.
All right. He
Wisdom 15.
he screams in pain for a second. He actually falls down to his knees and screams in pain. Ow! And the other one goes to you. Yay! Witch, what did you do to my friend? You're no guards.
Never said we were.
Well, you certainly look like guards.
So
He
what?
then
You decide to
turns around.
insult
I
people
would
that look like
disagree.
guards?
He turns around and helps his friend back up to his knees and feet. So what do you want?
What the lady asked.
So you want to find a way back up, huh?
I take out the scroll that we got from Lady Silverhand, because I have the permission scroll that we got from Lady Silverhand. I'm sure our friend here will be happy to see us back in Waterdeep.
Well, that would be certainly very important if I could read.
I'm pretty sure you recognize
Nice.
the sigil. And
Yeah,
you
all
can't
right,
be,
okay.
neither
Yeah, I
you
get
can
it.
be that stupid.
You know guard, but you're very important. I see. So, you want to come with us or not?
We want to know the way. Not sure if I
We
want to
won't
see
tell
the
you
way.
the way. We will go with you. You can actually help.
Can I have an insight on him?
Sure.
See if he actually genuinely wants us to go there, or just like wants to trick us into some stupid trap. Oh yeah, I totally believe that he was genuine.
You think to yourself that he's probably too dumb to pull something off there. He's just trying to protect his small little business that he's running.
Transporting.
Yes, transporting.
No, what is transport? What is he transporting?
So far as you can observe right now, he's unloading general goods like some tools, backpacks, ropes.
I mean, it
Stuff
does
that-
fit. It does fit that the tool transport tools.
Huh. I've write that down to then laugh later about it. Wait. Oh no, I forgot. I can't write.
It's okay. I'll put it on a note for you. I'll drop a pretty picture so you can recognize it.
Yes.
Maybe your kids can read it for you.
So what is it now?
Do you want to go with those, or do you want to find other people that are less obnoxious?
It doesn't really matter, does it? They're all gonna be like this.
Fair point, I guess. When are you going back?
Tomorrow.
When?
In the morning. It's kind of a long trip, you know. Couple of hours.
Is that the one that that I insulted, or the one that was?
The one that you no, not the one that you insulted. This one does not want to speak to you anymore.
Okay.
So you're coming or not?
I look at the others.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No, I actually for a moment considered helping the one I insulted out, and then I realized I never actually took any healing spells.
Well, he isn't badly injured, right?
No, but you know,
He looks pretty shaken.
If that was a commoner, he could have died.
Well, true that.
and there's nothing to prove that it was me. I can just insult the other one as well.
Ah, what good people you are.
So yes, everybody is healthy if they're just all looking the same kind of hurt, right?
Yeah.
Just making half that the new normal.
Well,
I
in
don't
that
just go around
case, I
killing
would.
people. I go around insulting people that insult my friends.
So then, if you want to come, you can make yourself useful and maybe protect us. We meet tomorrow morning here.
We should be able to do that. And like the one that got hurt, is he just like standing there or sitting or?
He is supporting himself at the donkey, but he looks really shaken up.
All right, then Elisha walks over to him, and what is it? Yeah,
The cantrip one, the healing
and
one.
casts Cure Wounds on him, and goes.
right.
Well, there you go. I hope you feel better now. You look a little bit through the wind.
So he visibly looks better now, definitely. So that healing probably also cured some kind of other diseases he was carrying around with him.
I
Even
instantly take my hand off of him.
You should
and
have taken
he,
a
he
level in
turns
paladin.
he turns to you and says, "Thank you, but don't let the mean elf come near to me anymore."
I turn
lean
around and just make boo.
I lean forward and whisper in his ear, then you better be nice to us.
He nods and then hides behind his donkey, just pretending to be busy with more goods.
All right. Then I guess we have or probably have secured the route. um do we have something that we could take with us, or maybe for someone else take something with us?
Had a question to the smugglers or to the
No,
party?
to to my friends.
Actually, Yago went to the church, right?
Yes.
What's her name again? Is it Elixir Lady Silverhand sisters?
Oh, Calais? What do you
Yes.
mean illustrate?
Well, we could check if she needs anything or wants us to deliver any message to her sister. If we're going there anyway.
Oh, I haven't asked her anything about it, but we could go check. It's not too far from here.
All right. Actually, you probably forgot about that, but the Seven Sisters have a connection anyway,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
so they
Um
can communicate.
Okay. Well then, it's not
I would
necessary.
Well, I would then go to Felrax and was it Elvira, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Was one as well, a harper, right?
Yes.
So I would actually then go to them and tell them that we probably have found a way up, and if they have something they would want me to bring to get for them if we come back or when we come back, and also yeah, if they need something like some messages delivered or something like that.
They don't need messages to be delivered, but on your way back, what you could do is bring as many weapons down there as you can.
Well, if they tell me that, then I would actually ask what for, or what kind of weapon, or what they have
All kinds of
planned.
normal, simple weapons like swords, short bows, crossbows, and all that stuff. As much as you can bring down there, since their funds are limited and those Dwergar dwarves are ripping them off. So everything coming from the surface would be much appreciated. And it's just a defensive measure in order to limit the power of the other factions here in Skullport.
All right.
I would do the same with Marcus and Jarlaxle to see if they need anything from up there or if we need to deliver any messages.
Jarlax is actually pretty happy. He doesn't need anything.
Okay.
He just wishes you a pleasant day if you ever find the way back up to Waterdeep. And Marcus is happy as well. Marcus transferred basically his entire shop, everything
Down
that
there.
he owned down there.
All right.
So there is nothing.
I have another question.
Uh-huh.
How much does it cost to have a custom statue made?
Of yourself?
No.
I was afraid to ask. Yeah,
No.
that's.
No. Listen,
I just had images
said,
flashing through my head. It's just.
I said like 3 times that I wanted a statue of Halaster in the orphanage. So if we're going back up there, I'm gonna put the statue of Halaster in the orphanage.
Okay. Sounds a bit random, but why not?
She saved my butt like 15 times.
I'm not complaining.
Depending on
but-
the level of detail that you want, I mean, you could probably just put a stone obelisk in somewhere there and make an engraving to the honor of Elisha. That would be level 1, and then going up there, it's open end, depending on what kind of statue you want. There are actually quite a lot of artists in Waterdeep that do such things.
How about a pretty bust of everyone in the party?
I'm sure this is going to help the children.
It's gonna help the children, yeah. No, but the one of Halaster, I'm gonna do the one of. I have money with me, and they said we can buy food from the market because they said they needed more resources. So I'm gonna buy about 200 pounds of food, which is what I can fit in my bag of holding now. So I'm gonna buy that much food and bring the food with me.
All right, then this would be 200 pounds of random food. Let's then make it 200 gold.
Non-perishable food, preferably. All right.
Well, Waterdeep is not starving, right? They have sea. They can actually go fishing, for example.
Yes,
They're
but
just
they
not
said
having the variety that they used to.
They said they were lacking resources last time, that the resources would be better than money when I gave them the money.
Yeah, that is more in regards to, like, for example, fresh cloths, bedrolls, stuff that children need apart from food, because you can feed children perfectly fine with fish.
Okay, then that's what I'm gonna buy instead of the food.
All right. So you buy lots of cloths, bedrolls, those kind of things.
How much?
Is the fish?
In total, this is going to be 75 gold.
Okay.
Just some basic stuff, right? It's nothing fancy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna get the food, so I'm gonna fill the space with clothes and stuff.
Good. All right. So you're stuffing the bag of holding with the same goods that just got transported from the surface to
You can
that.
just buy stuff in Waterdeep, can't you? Waterdeep is still doing fine, I imagine. I don't know what's happening in Waterdeep.
No, last time it was. I don't know. I filled the bag with stuff. Okay. I bring stuff to the children.
Easily done. Okay, now you have stuff in your bag that you imagine would be in need up there. Just as mentioned, you're basically buying the stuff that the smugglers that you just hired to bring you back up there.
Put down, yeah.
Yes.
We get the picture.
Fine. No one will never know it. Will ever know. It's all hidden in the bag of holding.
Who knows where that stuff is coming from?
I paid for it. I acquired it legally. Okay.
If you buy from a smuggler that didn't acquire it legally, I don't think you can say you acquired it legally.
Well,
You
Well,
did,
as far
but
as we know, we acquired it legally.
Listen, I paid for it. It's acquired more legally than I usually acquire things.
yeah, kind of true, probably. All right. Anything else that you would like to do in this half day that you still have?
I want to gamble. Up dice playing.
And
All right,
cook a
you-
big farewell displays meal with everything that we still have left, apart from some that I will stash for on the go.
Then let's gamble. You guess that the best place to do some dice rolling and some gambling would probably be some kind of tavern. So which one do you choose?
What was the one that Has used to have? I'm not going in. I'm not gonna go and scam people in the Purple Worm.
Purple Worm is actually a restaurant. It's not a tavern. So there's no
no.
gambling happening there.
Okay, so I'm assuming the Flagon and Dragon might have.
Okay. Flagon
not
and
going-
Dragon has, as you know, new ownership and
That's
is
fine.
going well.
As long as I don't
So-
have to go with to the one with weird drinks, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to go there. No, I'm not gonna force you.
But you can.
You could, yeah, possibly.
Maybe we'll
Good.
find a Lista there.
Let's do a simple dice game. So in the Flagon of the Dragon, you notice that the general mood seems to be jolly, and everybody is having a good time. And you find a two drow and a human sitting at a table, playing some dice and having some gold coins on the table.
It's fun.
It's
Can't
that
move.
table here.
Yeah, I was trying to move and there was something in the way. Okay, so I'm gonna approach them. Mind if I join?
As long as you have money.
Do I look like I don't have any money?
People look all kind of things, but I guess then feel free.
Sit down.
Minimum entry is 1 gold coin. And we're playing straight sixes.
All right. I put the gold on the
All right.
counter. Okay.
So rule of the game is basically what you need to do is roll higher than your opponents. If you roll double sixes, then you going to get the entire pot on the table.
Okay.
All right.
So is it two dice or one?
It's two d6s.
Okay.
All right, and you roll your dice in. Probably had to explain this before.
All right.
You roll the dice in secret.
Yeah. Well, I
and
mean, no one
then-
else is playing from the others, so it doesn't matter if I roll it here, right?
No, I mean just for the rules. And then you just basically bluff your number towards the others, and the others then say that their number is higher or not. And who is caught bluffing loses his money. And then if they're not bluffing, they just compare numbers with your number.
I use sleight of hand and try to flip the 1 to a 6.
Well, you have the dice in some kind of a cup or something like that. That's how you roll hidden dice.
Yeah, but I have a look at the dice, right?
Yeah, you can look at your dice.
And I try to change it.
Do a sleight of hand then. All right. Then let me quickly see. All right. Good. So you flip one of the dice to a what? To
So
a
I have
6.
to have a 6 and a 5 now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Then the others roll. All right. Now it's your turn to either tell your number or do the bluff.
I say the total or the 2 dice that I have.
No, the total.
I say a 10.
All right. The human next to you says he has a 12. The drow says he has an 8. And the assassin is calling not the assassin, the other drow is calling the human a liar, which means you all have to reveal your dice.
Okay.
And indeed, as the cups lift from the dice, the human has 2 6s and takes the entire pot of 4 gold coins.
All right. I play again.
All right, then let me quickly do this a bit faster here. All right, over the course of the game, you sit there and play a couple of rounds. You manage to actually win half of the rounds, which then returns you a total of 10 gold pieces.
So, an addition of 10 gold, or is it 5 gold that I...
An additional 10 gold.
An additional, okay. Okay. I then, at some point, get up and leave.
All right, good. They thank you for playing, since you did not really rip them off. All seems to be fair. They were actually quite happy with you as a playing companion.
Alright. And then I will probably go back to the house.
All right. Good.
The tables count as wells. That's why I come past.
Yeah. No, please don't stand on the tables. This is an honorable establishment where people don't stand on tables.
But they have bar fights every second week.
Yeah.
Organized
only,
bar
only,
fight.
only on Saturdays.
I just don't know where the owl stayed. The owl is somewhere. Is it outside? Nope. That's the construct. I don't know where
Maybe.
the owl went.
It's at the sword and the sextant.
Did I leave it there?
Yes, together with Yagu.
Yagu doesn't like coming with us. Thank you. All right.
Good.
So how did it go? Because I think we didn't join her.
No, you didn't.
It was fun.
Did you win something?
Yeah, I mean, 10 gold.
Oh, it's
No,
not
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 much,
that bad.
but guess it's enough for this part.
Well, I mean, for the time you just spent, it's quite well.
Yes, I guess it's not too bad. Maybe we'll find some funnier place once we get to Waterdeep.
All right. Anything else that you would like to do?
Hmm.
Otherwise, we then just fast forward
How
to
long
the
is the
next
journey
morning.
back to Waterdeep?
Nobody told you.
He said a few hours.
He said something about how long it took.
Yeah, a
which is
few
why I was-
hours.
Okay.
That is the best approximation that you have.
Okay, but that's fine. Which means we don't need like rations for months or weeks.
The rest of the campaign. Shout out to Waterdeep for the next year.
And it's just one tunnel, no
Yeah.
intersections, straight forward.
Just random encounters.
Just like a maze of like a tunnel maze, endless.
Correct. It's exactly that. So, all right then. Shall
Nice.
we fast forward to the next morning?
Yes.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
so.
Then last chance to prepare stuff, switch spells, do whatever.
I have prepared.
Good. All right. Then you meet at the market again with the tavern. The donkeys are actually already standing there together with a couple of humans, plus the two you already met.
Don't forget to take your donkey, Elisha.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I will actually do that. That's
Okay, you take
a
your
good
wooden donkey
idea.
with you. The rest of the caravan tries to ignore your wooden donkey. They just roll their eyes, and you hear them mumbling adventurers.
They're just jealous.
There probably are, since a wooden donkey would be so much more convenient.
Yeah, it doesn't need to eat. It
Doesn't
doesn't get
shit all over the
tired,
place.
and you can put stuff up his butt.
Yes, that's
The most important
part.
feature for any donkey.
I'm not gonna comment to that.
That's the most important trait of a wooden donkey.
Yes.
All right, so they start to tie the donkeys up in their specific walking order, and they ask you to just spread around because they sometimes meet other caravans that try to attack them or steal their stuff.
Of course.
And
They do,
then
we
they
fuck 'em
set
up.
off. Most of them are on foot. The guy that that you heard yesterday with vicious mockery is actually sitting on a donkey. He's probably just playing a bit dumb there, since you're pretty sure you healed him um, to the fullest with your cure wounds.
Hmm. Lazy.
And then you set off. You take a tunnel north of the city. And Yago, you recognize that this is so far exactly the same way that you would take to the Church of Elixir. But then after an hour or so, they take a different intersection and continue that way. And the path is winding steadily upwards. It's not really a hard walk, but slowly going upwards. And while walking there, you hear sounds from different animals coming out of different. And since the caravan is mostly equipped with humans, they have torches that lead them the way. At some point, you see one of them checking a wall and making very small crosses. Not with chalk or something else, just with their knife. Zoya, you recognize that they are doing some kind of secret thief signs to the walls.
Do I recognize what it means?
It seems to be a general sign for this way is safe, and some others mean this way not. Like, for example, when you meet an intersection where random animal sounds are coming out, they are marking it with a different sign. And it's mostly from what you know, signs that are included in general thieves' cant.
Right. I just take note of the symbols
A
that they put
thief's
in there.
cunt.
It's thieves' can't, not thieves cannot.
Ahur.
Like, nobody ever heard this joke. And so far, the trip has been rather quiet. Slow, since they stop every here and there to make their signs. But it's moving. After some more hours, then you start to see that there is light coming from the end of the tunnel, literally in this case. And the whole caravan starts to speed up a bit. The donkeys in front of you then step out of the cavern. And you feel that something is holding you back right there. You're dragged behind the caravan. The rest of the caravan passes you and steps out into the sunlight, while you are still standing there, being somehow restrained from moving forward. And as the caravan disappears in the sunlight and is nowhere to be seen anymore, a figure stands right in the exit of the cavern. And you hear a slow clap coming from the distance.
The dreaded slow clap.
There you
I think-
are.
I
Haven't
think I
seen you
know
in a
who that
while.
is.
Ah,
Already leaving?
You would
Well,
have come back, you know. You have attachment issues.
Oh, I pretty much hope so. I've been so nice to you.
well, can't you even allow us this little break?
Up to you. You want to go out? I'm not hindering you. You can go wherever you want. You found the way out, so that's your reward. There you go.
I tried
Not
I tried
going
to
to
take
be-
us.
Not going to be alone in my room there, waiting for you to come back. No.
I tried to take a step
Step to what, where, why?
towards
How?
away from, because you said we couldn't go further, and he said he's not the one hindering us. So I'm trying to take a step.
Aha, yeah, you can
Outside.
take your step. You can take your step, but you're still not outside. You're just closer to Halaster.
Then why are you here?
Just checking what you wanted to do. We haven't talked in a while. And now just you've been in Skullport for 2 entire weeks. You haven't even bothered to visit me.
Well, you're not really one that's easy to find.
Ah, come
You
on, you didn't
usually
know that I'm
find
drinking
us.
tea with Taz regularly. You just need to go there.
Well, we don't want to interrupt your precious time, and we
Speaking
also
of
don't want to.
silence, and he makes a gesture with his hand, and you immediately stop talking. There is somebody new here in this group. Look, who do we have here? Brianna Shadow Dusk, finally making your way back up to the surface?
What do you mean, finally? It's not like I've ever been there.
No, not you, but it's been a while since the Shadow Dusk set foot into Waterdeep. Are you there to claim your heritage?
Yeah, maybe. What's it to you?
Oh, no, nothing. Just checking. I would actually have an offer for you. Mind
Oh.
if we discuss this in private, or is it okay if we discuss this in front of your new friends?
Oh, please, whatever you can say openly. Not. I'd prefer actual input on your ideas. The last idea you had led me to your university.
Ah, come on, don't say you didn't have fun there. And I teached you well.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
do
Here's
go
the
on.
deal. Since you still have a manor up there in Waterdeep, I mean, it's occupied right now, but it's still there. Maybe you should claim this back and bring House Shadowdusk to its former glory. I will grant you great powers in return.
I don't think that's quite as simple as you make it sound.
Of course not. But right now the city is vulnerable. I made that. He smiles. Well, you think about it. Just see what you can do. Maybe we can come to an agreement and bring House Shadowdusk back to its glory. Could even be in the council. That's where they belong.
Well, if my and I'd like think to myself, what word could I possibly use?
I don't think it's taken-
Caretakers are to be believed. There'll be a lot more than on the council. Will rule the place.
Well, technicalities, but yeah. Just when you finally done it, just remember who helped you do this. I can be a friend, you know.
Well, so far you've been a teacher.
See, that would be an improvement.
I suppose.
A friend doesn't make deals and ask things in return.
Well, you out of all others should know that nothing is for free in this world, dear Zoya.
Didn't say it is.
See? Well, I leave you to your business. Just remember who helped you when it's time. And I hope you enjoy your time in this dirty old city.
You would
My
help us a
dungeon
lot.
is way better.
You would help us a lot more if you would stop messing around here.
I'm not messing around. I'm entertaining. Mostly myself.
That's what I was about to say.
Only yourself. It's always you, isn't it?
Who else is there?
Well, you would know that if you had any friends, like actual friends.
I have friends. Like you, for example. You're my friend, right?
I just raised an eyebrow.
Really. What did I ever do to deserve this? First you want to leave me, and now we're not even friends anymore?
You're messing around with my orphanage. Friends
Your
don't do
orphanage is
that.
fine. It's fine.
My orphanage is overflowed with children, and they
See,
have
it's doing fine. Isn't that the business of an orphanage?
no. We don't need more children.
But it wouldn't be an orphanage without children.
Yes, but you
Wait,
don't need
mate.
to create more orphans.
Maybe
But
I got
they-
this wrong. Wait, he pulls out the book and starts flipping some pages. It says right here, orphanage takes care of children. That's what you do.
We do. But there's
So
no
more
need
children
to,
is good, right?
But there's no need to create more orphans because there's no families to take them in if everyone is struggling.
You got it. So you have unlimited business.
We're not a business.
Wait, you're not getting any money out of this?
We're not making money with the children, no.
That's a terrible idea. What kind of business idea is this?
Did I have to explain it to you? I thought you were smart.
I am smart enough to exploit children.
I can see that.
So they're not working for you in any way?
No. They're going to school, they're learning to fend for themselves, and then we let them either find a family. Hopefully we find a family for them to place them where they can live as children, not working.
That's the same thing I did with Skriana. How is this any wrong? I gave Skriana a school, I gave her a new family, and he points wildly at you.
You gave Skriana PTSD and anxiety.
Oh, come on, that's not true, right, Skriana?
Sure, Halaster.
I mean,
Of
you're here
course.
now.
Well, yes.
See?
Does that mean anything? I'm always here. There's always a here to be.
Well, as far as I know, you never seen Waterdeep or the actual sun. So, you accomplished something. You know what? I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you see what's what in this city right now, and I hope you'll be back for more fun.
Well,
So you're not gonna let Waterdeep be?
Waterdeep is fine, as I told you. Everybody is having a great time there.
You're delusional.
No, I just have a different definition of fun. Don't stress me any further. Maybe I expand my definition of fun. And with that, he snips a finger and disappears into nowhere. You're
It's
still
okay.
standing.
I thought he snips a finger and something's gonna happen, but he just decided to leave, which is progress.
You're still standing at the exit of the cave, not being able to see outside. The only thing you see is bright sunlight coming
Can we
into
leave
the
the
cave.
cave?
You take a couple of careful steps, and it seems like nothing is hindering you. With that, you step out into Waterdeep again.
oh, I do not own tokens with vision.
Neither do I.
You shouldn't need tokens here right now.
Yeah, but
Then I
have a
guess you
black.
have to. Then I guess you have to turn that off.
It has global illumination. Oh well, then let's just put.
Well, yeah,
tokens
but
in there.
you have token vision on as well.
Oh yeah. Then let's just put random tokens there. So all good now?
Yeah.
Good. Perfect.
We can go
All
get
right.
drink at the Yawning Portal so more
Then,
people can be surprised
First
about
of
seeing
all,
us
just
alive.
a quick technicality. I added a couple of journal entries there for Waterdeep, so please turn the pins on in the toolbar. Then you can see a couple of things that you can click.
Wait,
You
Turn
just
the what
turn-
on in the where now?
All right. It looks like a pin icon that you need to click in order to see the pins. It's
Where
to the
is-
left. In the toolbar to the left.
Okay.
In the
Loading.
toolbar on the top right,
No, left.
left.
There where your measurement tools and all that other stuff is.
There's the map there, the mini map. That looks like a pin.
Click.
No, there is another one that also looks like a pin.
No, that's the only one.
No. Oh, under
Is it
Uh,
journal notes?
Yes.
third from the bottom, toggle notes
Oh,
display.
okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Aha.
I did toggle notes display and nothing happened.
Yep.
It shows me
Some-
Castle
Aha, Castle
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. It is an image.
Yes.
Mount Waterdeep has an image.
What does
Yes,
it do
exactly.
before I click on anything I'm not supposed to click on?
No, you can click on everything that you
Okay.
want to click on. All is good. That is why I'm saying this. If you're
Oh,
not
but you
supposed
need
click
to
on, you
have
can't
it
see it.
selected.
Click. Oh, okay, I see. Nice.
No? No.
We can go check if the entrance through the portal is open again. Then we can go in the first 2 levels.
All right, now stepping out of the cave, it is a bright sunny day with just a little clouds, and you're coming out there from the mountain, right at the shore. It's actually where your tokens right are, and around you are a bunch of turned over ships. Some of them have little doors. Others have ladders leading up to the upper decks of the ship. Most of them are stranded and turned into houses.
I look around, astonished. Just, what else? Just do I see the distance? Do I see the
You,
sun?
in the distance, you see. First of all, it is super bright for you since you have never seen the actual sun. But your eyes adjust pretty quick, and in the distance, you see Mount Waterdeep, and also Castle Waterdeep being a bit more raised up. That is visible. And to the east, you see more houses, actual houses, not just boats. And it seems that the city starts right there in front of you.
I turn to the party. Like excited. It's like it's so big and bright. It really hurts my eyes, but
You'll get used to it.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine that this is the first time you actually see this. So how does it feel to be up here?
uh, I don't know. I don't know how feelings work, so I can't tell you. But it's big.
Clearly overwhelmed, Lasha.
Oh, Buffs, I can talk again, right?
Yeah, sure, you can talk again.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who had to suffer that.
And I wasn't even like that sassy or something like that. Wasn't even mean or something, so a little bit surprised there,
Are
but
you calling me mean?
well, I mean, you did test your luck a little bit.
I guess. We should probably try and get the meeting with Lady Silverhand. I think last time we had Durnan organize it, right?
Yes, last time it was Durnan.
Elasha would actually like to just take like 15 minutes, just sit by the water and soak up some sun.
Mm-hmm. Easily done. I mean, you are at the shore, so you immediately smell the sea and the salt in the air. Also, very confusing smell for you, Skriana, since you've never been to such a big body of water.
I don't think I've really been to any body of water.
Well, Skullport has a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
Skullport
I
has
guess
water
I've been. Sure, it's true.
and
Yeah.
there is a river flowing through Undermountain, which is also a bit giving you a feeling. But yeah, there are seagulls over your head, and you hear the distant voices of busy people doing things, trying to survive in this somehow forgotten part of Waterdeep.
Are we
But
by the
overall,
water or above the water, like way above the water?
no, you're by the water. That is shore.
Take a bit out of the water and into like a vial and stare at it.
I wouldn't drink that. It's salty.
Salt? Why is there salt in the water? Listen, who salted the water?
The great old cook.
The the great old cook.
I mean, the sea is basically soup, you know. There's
Soup
greens.
is basically soup.
There's greens. The water is salted. There's meat.
But it's not tasty.
I never said it would tasty soup.
All right,
Halaster
you
takes
enjoy
a
your
deep
15
breath.
minutes.
And after the 15 minutes, like, she takes a deep breath, stands up, and says, "All right, let's get back to business."
Let's go visit Derna and we can try and organize a meeting with Lady Silverhand. And then I really want to go and visit the orphanage.
Okay, let's go then.
All right. You make your first steps into the actual city. And Waterdeep really seems like it's back to normal. People have adapted. You still see some burnt houses here and there, but the streets are as busy as always, and people are making stupid jokes. Some are throwing things at each other.
Yawning Portal and then figure out if the entrance is open, so we have a second way back in, and if we can get a meeting with Lady Silverhand.
So even if the Yawning Portal is open, then if the second floor is closed off, we still can't really use it, right?
Well, we don't know if it's closed off from above as well.
So it's a what? A one-way wall?
No, but there might be other portals.
Well, according to the map, there should be some portals leading to the second level at least, so maybe it's worth a try.
I guess going back in is not our first priority now, so
Yeah.
let's just see if we can meet Lady Silverhand.
Am I still? Should probably also not mention anyone here who I am.
Let's get a private meeting with Lady Silverhand, and then we'll figure it out with her. Probably don't go around flaunting it in before we have
Yeah.
a meeting
But
with
do you
her.
think
Some people might still react to that, and we want to keep you safe.
Lady Silverhand will trust us or
Oh, yeah.
trust our judgment?
I
I
mean, she
forget the
trusted
seal.
us enough to give us her permission scroll and to turn into our patron and helping us out. So, and we're doing what we can to help out Waterdeep. Actually, don't you have don't you have the ring, or are you not attuned to it anymore? I don't remember.
No, I don't have the ring at the moment. I gave it to Yagu.
Yeah, I have it, and I'm not attuned to it right now, so...
Yeah, well, then I guess we're faster if you just ask Dernan to organize.
Yeah, it's easier if we do it that way.
All right. To the Yawning Portal it is. All right. You arrive at the Yawning Portal. It is not as busy as you remember it, but still a couple of people there. Some of them are dressed like guards, others are nobles. Mostly commoners, of course, but from all kind of different places and different races. You see Dernan at his counter having a conversation with two men, both humans, more on the feisty side. One of them covered over and over in satin in all kind of different colors and fancy clothes. The other one also very fancily dressed, but a bit more tasteful. So his colors actually do match up a bit more than the other one. But both of them are barely fitting on the bar stools. They seem to have an argument with each other.
I approached the bar, keeping a bit of a distance, but just like still kind of listening and what they're
Alright.
arguing about.
Dernan is definitely concentrating on the whole conversation, but trying to not make it seem like he is. He is scrubbing the bar, but not taking note of you as you enter there. And getting
the
a bit
bar-
closer, you start to overhear the conversation that the two big men are having with each other, and one is saying, Volo, you can't possibly go down there. It is too dangerous. No, I want to. I need this for my studies. The world needs to know what is going on down there.
You call
But
him
you're gonna
Volo.
be all on your own. You can't just go there. You can't protect yourself, and Dernan does not have any time to protect you down there. Also, I don't think he wants to go back.
I mean, it's not that dangerous, you know.
Huh? Who are you? Dernan looks up and says, Oh, that's a surprise. Right on time, I'd say. Where do you come from?
Where do you think we do come from?
Well, probably from down there, and he nods at the portal.
Yeah, we found another exit.
Yeah, so I've heard from our dear bard and nonsense teller Volo. Have you met Volo already?
I think have I heard of him?
Volo does not wait for him to be introduced by some barkeeper. He stands up from his stool and does an over-exaggerated bow to you. Volothump Gedarm, you probably already heard of me. I wrote the famous Waterdeep and Chiridan and the Guide to Monsters.
So I've heard. I bow equally dramatically, and while I do that, I let my cloak billow.
Oh, that's nice. What was your name? I didn't catch that.
My name is Zoya. You might have heard
Ah.
of us. We brought
No,
this-
I just
that
know that there is an adventure. Weird. All right. So he points at the rest of the party and says, "Now, who might you all be?"
Well,
Well, we're the entire adventuring party. My name is Yagu. Pleased to meet you.
Portal, right?
Yes, indeed.
I heard about you people.
That would be
That is great. That is so diverse. That is finally something I don't have to make up in my stories. And he starts scribbling. And what is what you do?
What I do?
Yes.
You mean I'm a monk? If that's what you're asking.
Ah, a monk. All right. Again, more scribbling. Good. And your name was what again? Yagwu?
Yes.
I guess that works. Let's see. A lot of stuff rhymes with oo. Like you. Or moo. Huh.
How would you
or crew.
I think I can work with that. Yes, all right. And you there, points at Elasha. Who might you be?
Well, my name's Elasha Dawnshield, and
That's an awesome name.
thank
Dawn
you.
Shield. Great. Very heroic.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Well, I'm basically in charge of keeping everyone alive.
Even more heroic. So you are the one standing with sword and shield in front of the enemies, protecting the rest of the group.
Yes. And also tending to the wounded, of course. Which, can happen occasionally as we battle quite the fierce monsters.
He doesn't really seem to listen. He put away his paper and his feather and starts to basically measure you with his hands and is trying to get your overall dimensions there right, and stops then at the face with his two open hands with the thumbs connected to it and say, yeah, I see. Okay, we might have an issue there. But I think I can get an artist to fix this. Yes, that would work.
While he's busy measuring up Elasha, I will send a message to Durnan asking him if he can organize a meeting with Lady Silverhand for us. 'Cause I don't think that this Volo dude needs to be involved in that.
Nope.
Definitely not.
He replies openly to you. Well, that's not for you to decide. Nobody gets rid of Volo once he has an idea in his head.
Okay.
He then turns to Skriana, and last but not least, you.
Push myself off of Elasha, who I've been clutching to outside, so I compose my self. Say, I'm Skriana, wizard extraordinaire. I have. Oh shit! I forgot the word in real life. Graduate. That's one. I have graduated from Dwemer Corps at the top of my class.
Oh, that's a lot of complicated words. Wait. He then picks back up his paper and his feather. Skriana. Is that right?
Yes.
And he shows you the piece of paper written your name entirely wrong.
No.
Then, well, it's overly complicated anyway. Do you have a nickname or something?
I look at Americans. What's a nickname? No, I do not.
Something your friends call you. You know, they won't shout Skriana all of the time when they are in a fight.
I look at them. Well, they have been.
So no nickname, huh? Yeah, well,
We're still
I'll,
working on that.
I will get to it. Maybe I can come up with something
We
interesting.
don't call her. I don't say that aloud, but out of character, we don't call her coin hag anymore, or at least Zoya doesn't. So
Yeah, I
I
don't.
wasn't about to throw that one in, you know.
I don't call you Coin Girl
How
anymore either.
considerate. Egg girl.
Egg Girl it was. I forgot already.
Coin hag and egg girl.
Yeah, he doesn't need to know about that.
All right. Okay, good. Then and you graduated school, you said?
The esteemed Dwemer Corps Academy in Undermountain. Surely you've heard of it.
No. I'm sorry, but the other fat guy seems to take interest there and says, "You come from Dwemer.
Well, I guess theoretically, yes. I have been there for a few years.
Huh. Well, I hope Halaster did not give you a hard time down there, huh?
Halaster gives everyone a hard time.
We might need to discuss this later. But where are my manners? Let me introduce myself and bring this babbling bard to a stop there. My name is Mert. Mert the Moneylender, as they call me. And he does a very slight bow, actually, and you see that the entire monture of the person is moving, even with the slightest movement. He does look strong, though, and has a scimitar mounted to his side. I ventured down there with Durnan here quite a while ago, so you might have heard of me.
Have we heard of him?
Well, it is a commonly known name in Waterdeep. Mert is basically one of the most richest people in the whole city. Most
Right.
richest people. That is a dumb sentence.
And he's just hanging out in the Yawning Portal.
Well, we have been right now here trying to convince Volo to not go down to Skullport to write his stupid book. Durnan agrees he shouldn't go there. I agree he shouldn't go there, but that stupid bard can't be changed of his mind.
I think it would be fun
Maybe
for
you can
everyone.
talk some sense into him since you've
I think
been
it would
down
be
there.
fun for everyone else if you would go down there.
Why are you so keen to stop him anyways?
Because he's not going to return alive. That's why.
Fair point.
I mean, people didn't think we would return alive either, but here we are again.
Well, but then again, we had some pretty scary close death experiences.
I wouldn't know what you're
So-
talking about.
You
I
died.
doubt that a commoner would have survived that.
Listen,
I mean,
I traveled the entire Sword Coast from north to south to write down my famous book about monsters.
How
I
about
can
you
handle a little danger.
Maybe you can travel it back from south to north and see if things have changed.
No, I already explored this. Now I want to know what is happening below my beloved Waterdeep.
A mess?
What is your oh, go ahead. I totally forgot, or I forgot how I
I mean,
wanted to say it.
I guess if he just wants to go to Skullport, that should be okay, as long as he doesn't decide to wander off in the dungeon.
No, of course I need to wander into the dungeon. How else will I explore it?
Well,
How
you
else
should.
will I write my
Are
book?
you capable to fight?
Well, I fight with the word.
Well, what does that even
Well,
mean?
unfortunately, I have to inform you that dragons, beholders, and all the other creatures usually do not get hurt by words alone.
I mean, you've seen hurt me people with words, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Still
but the
probably not
basically
enough.
commoner survived. I don't think he'll fare against a monster.
I mean, yes, I'm not gonna insult anything to death.
I would
That's all
feel
he
bad.
can do,
Well, if he's skilled enough.
seemingly.
I mean, you use words to cast your spells too.
Yes, but I don't think
And
that's
your
what he
icy
means.
words make a bit of damage too.
I'm pretty sure that's not what our dear friend was going about.
I know. I was just indulging him.
Volothamp is writing stuff down and mumbling things like great dynamic, a lot of interaction.
Well,
I think he
Volo.
didn't get. I think Durnan didn't get the complete message.
Nope.
I did ask if he could organize a meeting with Lady Silverhand, and I only got the reply about
Volo.
Volo. Yeah, just
Yeah,
just wanted
he
to
got
make
you.
sure.
He got you.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that. All right,
Well then,
Well,
how about a drink in the meantime?
sounds good.
All right. Durnan fills up 4 mugs of ale and puts them right in front of you on the counter.
I ordered a plate of food as well.
Yeah. Haven't had any surface food in a long time, huh?
Nope. I
Well
mean,
then.
we did
That's a
have
good idea.
some things after the ship started getting caught in. After the ship seems to be getting caught in Skullport, and
Oh, the ships got caught in Skullport? Volothamp interrupts you.
no, sorry, I was paraphrasing. Anyway, yeah, I haven't had a good meal in a while.
Well then, Durnan, bring everything you have from the kitchen. It's all on me. And meanwhile, you guys can tell me all that happened down there in Undermountain. I'm so curious.
Can anyone cast a silent spell?
I don't think you can cast that localized
I'm
on one
fine.
person.
I'm fine with everything being silent, as long as he doesn't talk.
No, I sadly don't have that spell. Shit.
All right. Then,
I would-
yes?
Well, like during our conversation, I would again I would try to talk Volo out of going down there because it's really, really dangerous, which he probably won't listen to, right?
What do you think?
Probably not then. Well, I mean, if and we know we have heard of Volo, right? Or we know now who he is and what he does, right? So
Yeah,
we
I mean,
get that
if
he's
you haven't heard of Volo, you definitely heard about the guide to monsters that he wrote, since this is one of the best-selling books on the Sword Coast anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a common addition to all libraries, and everywhere you go, and Mostly also in taverns, you find a worn-down version of the book there, since it's a quite fun read.
Well, well, Volo. To be honest, I doubt that you would survive long enough to capture like any stories or enough material. And I mean, what good would a dead author be if everything you experienced and saw is being buried with you in Undermountain? So instead of you going down and risking your life and dying, maybe can we um, take notes for you and give you information?
Oh, that's
Because
just not the same. I need to be there. I need to see it with my own eyes.
I see, I see. Well, I just hope that we never have to come across your. I don't want to be like that dramatic, but your dead body.
Oh, no. I'm just going to be right behind you and writing down everything that you do and what happens. Don't you worry.
Lasha turns around to the bar, grabs a mug, and turns over to Zoya, leans in and whispers, "That's gonna be annoying."
Yes, but I'm sure we can get rid of him somewhere.
I'm more worried that he's gonna get killed or injured because he's careless or even get us into trouble.
I mean, we do not really have any obligation towards him.
Well, true, but if he just follows us, then we don't know what's gonna happen and what he's gonna do.
Pretty sure we could have Lady Silverhand restrain him for the time that we need to get back.
Volo, in the meantime, is already scribbling down more stuff and mumbling to himself, while Mert and Durnan are,
Mert.
yes, Mert, are having another ale and are rolling eyes, hoping to someday get rid of Volo anyway. And with that, before we have to talk with Lady Silverhand, we do a 15 minutes break, guys. How about that?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Didn't really have anything useful to add to that.
Okay, it's back.
All right, great. Then, good. While you're having this conversation, you noticed that, like a couple of minutes ago, a little boy left the tavern in a rush and has returned then now with Lady Silverhand, who drops a gold coin in the hand of the little boy there. I actually I
Yes,
don't have.
one of the most important people in the city just quickly dropping by in a tavern.
Yeah, well,
Listen, we are
you
important people too.
right
the
right now
moment.
you are the important people, exactly. Yeah. So Lady Silverhand appears in her full, you wouldn't say ceremony, but dressed in her archmaid's robes, and she seems to be quite in a rush, and comes straight up to the bar, to you guys, and says, "Finally, we meet a person again. I don't have much time, so let's get over it. How did you find your way back up here?
I nod towards Volo. I think maybe we should find a corner that is a bit more private. Wouldn't want him going around
Volo says,
spreading.
"Yes, what a great idea. Follow me."
I'm
And
not
he
gonna
goes,
follow him. I go in the complete opposite direction.
he goes into a small little compartment that seems to be a dining room. Lady Silverhand just rolls her eyes and follows. Just
Follows
gonna
him.
use.
Okay, well I guess I follow too. That's what I wanted to avoid.
And
It was
actually, the
not
only
a nod.
ones.
It was not nodding at him to join us. It was nodding at her towards him, as in we should go somewhere where he's not. But if she follows, I follow as well.
Yes, she follows as well.
Well-
It's over here.
I can't move my token, so I'm
What
just
is it
gonna
with you
pretend.
and your token?
I don't know. I can't move either my token or neither my token nor the owl. But I mean, we don't really need the token there.
Yeah, it's just setting up the scene. All right, Volo decided that the most comfortable chair at the head of the table is for him. And Lady Silverhand stands right next to him, staring him down with a very serious face. And takes him a couple of seconds to notice, but then he gets up and switches the chair and leaves the other chair for Lady Silverhand, who then sits down there. And then she just looks at you and says, "Well, what do you have to report?"
I give her a short update on what happened up until now, and what we managed to find. That we got deeper in the dungeon, but we're still working on getting to the source of Halaster.
I see. As you probably have noticed, we stopped all ship deliveries to Waterdeep and are holding up
We
the
heard.
city just by caravans.
So we heard, which is actually how we came here. We found a passage with some caravans that were reaching Skullport.
Yes, I heard as well about that. Not doing anything against it, since first of all, stopping smugglers is just not working out. They always find a way to bypass. Second is that we want Skullport to be there. Skullport is a counterweight, very important to Waterdeep. So, and we also have our people down there. By the way, speaking of which, I guess the Harper Cell is doing well down there.
I turn
Um,
towards Alasha.
Yeah.
Because I don't really care too much about that.
Out of character, there isn't like something bad happening, right? That's like behind the scenes that we
Well,
just didn't
except
talk about.
except the power vacuum that you left behind by killing the or not killing, but by driving the Xanata Guild out. Skullport is basically back to normal, having the usual struggle in between factions about who rules which part of Skullport or even entire
Okay.
Skullport.
All right. Well, they are doing fine. There is one request that I got. That would be that they are in need of weapons, just basic weapons, nothing special. But they asked me to bring as many and as much of a variety that I could.
I see. I think I can arrange that. Do you I hope you memorized the way down there the caravan took.
Read the signals again.
Very well. Could you then write them down, please, for my people, that we can just organize an armed caravan going down?
I mean, I could leave some symbols on the way there that are clearer to understand for other people. Just let me know what you would like me to put there. And they can just follow that.
Well, something comprehensible, I guess. But good. We will manage. That is absolutely no problem. I can arrange that. Is there anything else the city needs?
City is good on its own for now.
I see.
There was
As
also
you-
another
Yeah?
matter we would like to discuss with you, but I don't think his presence here would be necessary for that. Or I would advise against it, and I nod towards Swallow. It is quite a sensitive matter.
Volo is not taking note of you. He's just scribbling stuff down, what is happening, and seems to draw a picture of this whole meeting. Don't mind him, he can't be stopped anyway.
I take out a piece of paper then. And start writing on the piece of paper about Skriana and how we found her, and that she seems to be on our side and seems to share our goal. And if there's any way that we could make sure that she's safe up here and maybe clear her name. And then I pass her the note, folded so that Volo can't take glimpses on it.
What kind of information did you include on that piece of paper?
Didn't
Just
she just state that?
yeah, just
No,
like
I mean
that.
specifically.
So I tell her that we met her in the dungeon and that she has been accompanying us for a while. That we trust her so far and that she seems to share our goal to get rid of Halaster, and that she would like to clear her name. If she can do anything to help us.
Aha,
with that.
so you included the actual information about who she is.
Yes.
All right.
That's why I said it was a sensitive matter and we wanted him to be gone.
She reads the piece of paper and seems to start thinking for a couple of seconds. Meanwhile, just right next to you, out of thin air, not a goblin, Halaster appears out of thin air and says, "Hey, that was my job to tell her that." Lady Silverhand then immediately gets up her chair and says, You dare to show yourself here. Yeah, well, it's my city as well, you know. I've been here for longer than you. No, this can't be. Away with you. No. I have something to say here. Look, our poor Skriana here is not having a family. She needs a place to be. I
She
can
has
make
a
you an offer.
family, don't worry. She has a place to be.
Yeah, but that's just
No.
Undermountain. I mean, look at that. Magnificent Waterdeep. Just right at your disposal.
She has a place to be here as well if she wants to.
That's none of your business. I'm discussing with Lady Silverhand here. My offer is the following. You establish the name Shadowdusk and the house Shadowdusk back in Waterdeep and offer her a place in the court. In return, I shall lift the curse on Waterdeep. What do you say?
There's a curse?
And
Yeah,
we
well,
would've
better
probably-
not use your magic right now. Lady Silverhand looks at Skriana. So, is that what you want?
Well, to look back and forth. I would
just
like
nod.
my name to be. What did Alistair call it? Reinstated?
Yep.
But I prefer the term cleared.
Well, you can always go by a new name. You wouldn't just have any rights to reclaim your family possessions. That's not how it works, Halaster interrupts.
You know, it is kind of rude to interrupt the meeting you were not invited to.
Well, it is about me. It is kind of rude to talk about me with me not being present.
We were not talking about you, we just mentioned you. You were not the main topic of the conversation.
I am not.
No. I know it's awful to hear that you're not the center of everyone else's life and everyone else's every word and conversation, but you're not.
Yeah, well, I already accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. So there's my offer, Lady Silverhand. And he then gets up and bows and disappears again.
Well, I turn towards her. This is not a choice we can take away from you, but I know that she wasn't here to just like reclaim a position in the council or whatever, that fool.
I don't need any counsel. I don't know what I want. I just wanted the name to be free of, well, the family, which means we need to stop the family.
So you are indeed a Shadow Dusk, Lady Silverhand asks you.
Yes, I am.
Well, I hope you have history books down there in Undermountain. Otherwise, I would need to refresh your memory about the house and what happened to them a couple of centuries ago.
Oh, I do have history books down there, but I think, and I look at the party, that what I've been taught has been a bit one-sided.
Well, that is probably true.
She's too young to be blamed for something that her ancestor did centuries ago.
Well, not blamed, but also not blindly trusted. So,
Close.
if I get you correctly, you want the name to be washed and openly used again in Waterdeep, is that right?
Yes. But I mean, I would prefer mostly for the rest of the family to disappear, which is something we're looking into
How many are
as a
there
group.
anyways?
Well, I know of at least 6.
I see.
That's less
That
than
would-
Trissa and her minions were down there.
That
We
would
got
be
rid
still
of
be enough to start a dynasty, I guess. Having connections to other houses then as soon as they set foot on the surface. So I prefer them not to.
I also prefer them not to.
Look,
Can make
here's
sure
the
that
deal.
they don't get here.
If you prove yourself to be trustworthy and bring me proof that House Shadow Dusk will not be an issue in the future, then we can probably restore the name and maybe even give you a small bit of land where
Well,
you can then live.
I can't promise you they won't be an issue until we go down there and just take
with
care
them.
of them. Yes.
Lady Silverhand raises both of her brows and says, I see we understand each other.
I suppose we do.
Well then, when you meet Halaster again, you can openly tell him that I am refusing his offer.
We will do that.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll show his face soon again.
Yeah, he will not miss that chance.
Good. Now then, to you. How have you been holding up?
Not dead anymore, so that's a start. That's a good start.
Well,
What do you mean with not dead anymore?
we might have been a little bit overconfident and bit off more than we could chew. And Zoya paid
I
the
think
price.
the fighting was a bit more on the other way around. Had a bit of a too close encounter with the Hydra, but everything's fine.
Volo is furiously taking notes on all of this. He has not
Oh,
even
stop
enough
him.
time to speak.
I know, I need to take more levels in Bard, just so I can have the spell that changes what people heard.
All right,
I think I
that's
can.
that's odd to hear. So then, how can I support you?
Well, I think for the moment, giving us access to some weapon for Skullport would be a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you can add to help us will be appreciated.
Well, we are short on materials since they are coming in slowly. But there is one thing that we have enough of, and that is money.
That is one thing we have enough of as well.
Not really anymore because we
Actually, not
spent it on one.
anymore.
I mean, that always helps.
All right.
Get us more equipment.
Very well. I will then send one of my messengers to deliver you a pouch of gold coins. That hopefully helps you down there. If there isn't anything else, as I mentioned, I'm busy.
Is there anything else we can help you with?
No, you just continue what you're doing. Halaster did openly show himself now for the first time. So I guess he's getting bored. Keep him entertained.
Yeah, we're planning to stay here for a bit, but like not too long, just to deal with some things, and then we're going back. And it does us some good to see something else in the dungeon.
Very well, I can pretty much understand that. I know how it is to live in Skullport after all. Good. Well then, if you would please excuse me, I have businesses to attend. And
May I
you will
ask?
be my messenger. Yes?
Yeah, it's a known fact that both Halaster and the rest of my unfortunate family are attempting to invade and take over Waterdeep, as well as that Roberant is building a giant robot to the same ends.
To whom is that question actually?
Silverhand?
Aha. Well, that Halaster is conspiring with the Shadow Dusk family is a bit of a news here right now. The other thing, Trobriand, you said was the name.
Yes, one of
Well,
Halaster's
we
original
haven't
sons.
heard of him in a long while. Durnan seems to know who he is and met him back in his adventuring days, but so far we haven't heard of any evil doing of him.
Well, I've met him several times, and I can assure you that he is building metal monstrosities in Undermountain, and one of them is supposedly a giant robot to take over Waterdeep. One of his many lectures that he bragged about.
Interesting. So you already are useful. Any ideas how we could stop them the best way?
I mean, the best way to stop any of them is send a platoon of powerful mages into Undermountain and get rid of the problem altogether.
Well, our mages are kind of busy in just not doing what they used to do, but I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can send some mages down there together with the caravan, and I'll put them under your command then. Not yours specifically, but you as
Well,
a
they
group.
would have to be much stronger than any of us to stand a chance.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can get one of the grandmasters to actually now move his ass down there. I would actually like to attend that personally, but as you can see, my hands are tight. I'm pretty busy up here holding everything together.
And I see that. Looking
No,
around.
you can't. It's just a figure of speech. But I heard that you will get some support from our trusted bard here, and she claps him on the shoulder harder than you usually would do this, and he nearly chokes on some kind of biscuit that he was just shoving in his mouth. I hope you take great care of him.
Are his skills worth risking dragging him along with us?
No, of course not. But he's quite entertaining.
I mean, maybe we can strike a deal with Halaster and bring them down there together so he's busy and we have a bit more peace of mind from both of them.
He shrugs, she shrugs, and says, well, you do you. Just make sure that our famous Volo is coming back in one piece to tell you a story. She then turns around for good and leaves the dining table there and leaves you alone. My, what an event. That was great. Already good to be here with you. We will have so much fun together.
So what are your skills? Aside from twisting stories and telling lies.
I can sing.
Okay. So can
Do
I,
you have
but
any other useful skills for us that would aid us in our adventure?
I'm good in talking my way out of all kinds of situations, you know? As you can probably hear, I'm good with words. I already mentioned that words are my weapons, right?
So you're saying you have the best words?
I have absolutely the best words. Don't you know my books?
I do feel kind of insulted though.
Yeah, well, of course we do. I think everyone, starting from every child, knows them.
See, you don't need to worry about me. I'll just be your shadow and your humble historian, writing down the heroic tasks you might accomplish.
I know I'm not worrying about you. I'm worrying about myself and what I would do. Get on my nerve too much. But anyway, I wanted to go and visit the children. So I'm gonna leave you. Well, I
No,
said that specifically to Volos. You guys can either join or not join.
Volo is writing and speaking at the same time. And there the great Zoya leaves to take care of the children. What a great hero she is. Others? What are
I
you
turn
doing?
to the outer part and say, so what curse is inflicting Waterdeep?
Magic here goes kind of wild. So if you don't have to cast spells, why not to?
Magic goes wild. That's very, very interesting.
No experimenting for no reason. It can go
Can go very wild.
very bad.
It's like a wild magic zone. I've heard of these. It's very interesting. It would. Unfortunate the entire town could go up in flames. Be very interesting to study.
Out of character, is it still like that you need a permit to actually cast magic?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because it's so, well, dangerous, because you could like blow up half the city, and therefore you need a permit to even cast magic.
Oh. What about, and I point at my Iron Defender, that thing is technically pure magic?
spell you've already cast, though, isn't it? Doesn't seem to bring haywire.
Yeah. But do I need a permit for that?
Well, I'm sure
man.
Lady Silverhand saw it, and she didn't mention it, so...
Yes, well, she would have said something if it wasn't okay. But maybe don't create any new ones while we're here.
Well, I hope it doesn't die while we're here.
Well, I hope, or I think we won't have to fight. But then again, Waterdeep is full of surprises, so we'll see.
And you can try out your new shiny hammer if something happens, right?
True that.
Yes,
Well,
go on.
about just activities or what we want to do. I would then go to the probably like post office or the closest there is to a post office.
There's an actual
And-
post office.
All right, and send another letter to my family,
Mm-hmm.
which
All right.
I then would write to you out of
Okay.
session.
Good. Perfect. Fee for that is 5 silver.
All right. No problem.
Good. Now, Yagwu, Volo, and Skriana, you are left there alone. I put up the map for Waterdeep for you guys, Dinbeck. Or just move your tokens out there. You go over there. You go over there. All of you come with me.
I probably have missed it, but the entrance at the Yawning Portal is still blocked, right?
Yeah. It's still solid stone.
I guess
Okay.
it's
Is there
no longer a yawning portal then.
No. It's not even a portal anymore, so...
It's just a filled up hole.
Exactly.
Let's not go there.
Because the other thing would then be to find out if there is another entrance to Undermountain, except for the route we just took, of course.
We should have asked Halaster to reopen it for us.
Or at least that remove the blockage to go up. Yeah.
All right. So, Elasha went to the post office. Zoya went to the orphanage. Yagwu and Skriana, what about you?
Good question.
And I mean, I have nowhere to go. If Yaku goes somewhere as well, I'll follow one of the party members closely because I would not like to be left alone in this town.
Well, I don't actually have anything I really want to do here, so I'll just take a stroll around the town and ask Striana if she wants to join me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. You are close to the castle Waterdeep, and right here where the Yawning Portal is, the city is even crowdier than at the docks. Filled with people of all kind. You see elves, humans, dwarves, gnomes, and specifically dwarves and gnomes are a bit rare in Undermountain in general because they're usually either Swift-Nablin or Dwergar. But the city seems to be very busy, and everybody is having something to do. Most of the time, you are trying to not stand in the way since you're constantly being yelled at for doing so. All right, so taking a stroll there, showing the city to Skriana. Lasha and Zoya, anything else you would like to do?
Well, no, just going to the orphanage, see what the situation there is.
All right.
Mm,
The orphanage is crowded, holding up, but crowded. There are quite a lot of children there,
all right.
mostly playing around and using stones and sticks as toys.
I'm trying to figure out and ask them like what they need, if there's anything specific.
Toys! We need toys!
Wait, I have something. I take out a dolphin made out of blue stone or turquoise. Not it was turquoise. And an ornate stone carving of like an owl something. That's the closest thing I have to a toy.
Ooh, that's nice. Look what the nice lady gave to me. And the child then runs off with the toys to other child. And they immediately start fighting about who gets what and what they can actually do then with the toys and play. But I seem to be happy.
So, well, aside from the children, I would ask some of the adults what they actually need at the orphanage.
We're always short of fresh and new clothes since those children poke holes into their shirts faster than we can fix them.
Well, I take out all the clothing and bedrolls and things that I had in the bag of holding.
Oh, that is so generous. Thank you so much. She then takes the stuff and brings it inside. That will help when the winter comes. Thank you again.
And I give them 500 gold pieces as well.
Oh, again, thank you. I can't thank you enough. That is so generous.
Well, I mean, I do take care of the orphanage too. Just because I'm not here present at the moment doesn't mean that I don't care about the children and you.
I'm so happy that you did not stop thinking about us. We're trying our best here to keep the children safe.
I can see, unfortunately, I cannot stay here too long. We do have a mission. We're trying to figure out how to get rid of the curse here. Apparently, Halaster seems to enjoy having more and more children in the orphanage. He seems to be proud of himself.
Well, if you get to the bottom of this, then I guess fixing the root cause would probably be the best help that you can provide, right?
The plan.
That would be great, really. The faster the better, actually.
I know Reagan was helping you, but we haven't really been able to keep in touch since communication out of the dungeon doesn't really work. You seen him around?
Yes, he's inside.
Alright, then I would just go inside.
Alright. It's a matter of minutes until you find him. Being busy separating good cloths from bad ones.
Alright, then I approach him.
Zoya! You're here!
Reagan! Yes, we made it out of the dungeon. I'm not for long, I'm afraid. I will have to go back there. But I did bring some clothes and some bedrolls and a bit of money, so I hope it helps.
You're a good soul, Zoya. Thank you very much.
How have you been fending?
Well, look around. We're holding up. We're full up to the roof. But some children found a place at some other families at the docks. We're checking on them from time to time. Of course, they have to work basically what they're worth, but at least they're getting fed and have warm clothes.
All right.
But it's not a place for children. We're not happy with the situation, but we can't do anything else. We have to give them. So maybe, yeah, I hope some of them will not end up as pirates.
Not secretly me out of character, hoping that the children turn into pirates. I hope they don't. Unfortunately, I can't take any with me, Skullport, aside from the fact it's not really a place for children. And I will not be staying there too long either, because we want to venture deeper in the dungeon and see if we can get rid of Halaster.
Oh, no, don't worry, don't worry. I was not asking you to take children down there. That's terrible idea, actually.
I mean, it's not pending too bad at the moment. I
Yeah,
would
but
argue that
still.
in some ways Skullport might even be safer at the moment. But I would not be able to take care of them there, so
I
rather
heard terrible stories about slavery. Is that true?
there unfortunately are still some slavers there. We will try to take care of that eventually, but at the moment we have more pressing matters.
I see. I see. Well then, we're here. We're waiting, trying to do some good for the children, and I'm sure your money will help.
I'll try to bring more goods or items if I can.
That would be much appreciated.
Maybe now that there are some smugglers bringing things to Skullport, can find a way to get you things delivered. But I can't make any promises. I don't know for how long we will be around, and for if we venture deeper down, we will not be able to communicate with either city much.
Well, that's okay. You know, everything helps.
Let me just check if I have anything else that's useful in my bag. We need things. I don't think I have anything else I can leave there at the moment.
Please don't feel bad. It's already enough. You did great, really.
I'm glad to know that you're here and taking care of them.
Yes. Don't worry about us. We're holding up.
Well, I guess I would chit-chat a bit about
Okay.
less dark matters for a while and then leave.
All right. Good. Then, Elasha, anything else but the post office?
I actually thought about maybe visiting the alchemist shop again, where we got the recipes last time, just to see if they have some new recipes.
All right. The alchemist shop is still there where you left it. Has even less stuff in it, but still the recipes are there. But unfortunately, they don't have any new ones.
All right, then I would look for special ingredients. I think we said that like basic ingredients we can just get in Skullport, right? But if they have like some ingredients, I think we had some ingredients for fire breath potions that we used up.
All right, yeah. If you can tell me something in particular, I can give you a price.
I think for most of them we didn't need any particular ingredients, right? So,
No,
for
like
example, like
healing
cure
potions
wounds
and all that
stuff.
stuff, and cure wounds and everything else. No, that is easy to obtain.
Um, sorry. Did we need something for Elixir of Health and Potion of Heroism, because those are rare potions?
Um, Potion of heroism.
That gives temp HP and bless.
Yeah, it's actually a rare one.
And the Elixir of Health is a lesser restoration.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a couple of consumables there for those ones, and you can buy them for 10 gold pieces per potion that you want to make.
All right, then I would take 5 each if there's enough in stock.
Okay. Yep.
So that's 100 gold pieces then, right?
Yes.
All right.
That's the funniest wording I've ever heard. For 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour. Yes. Okay.
People
Got
die
it.
when they're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they make pacts with demons to turn back to life.
Some people do, yes.
Listen, I tried. I failed my insight, and I really wanted to be alive again.
And you did not have faith in
Also, you guys
our
have no reason to
capabilities.
guys have no grounds to complain. You don't even roll insight on anything. You just trust people, okay?
When did that
I've
ever
not-
go wrong?
At
I've
least
not
I
rolled
try.
insight.
At
I
least
just,
I
as a
try.
default, don't trust anyone.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I think
Yeah.
after that, I would go back and read the Dwarven journal because I have comprehend languages now.
So do I.
The Dwarven
No.
Journal. Help me
No.
out there.
The one that we found in level 8 in the swamp. Well,
Ah, yes. All right.
and also the dwarvish runes. If I cast comprehend language, I might as well just do both.
All right. The journal. The journal seems to belong to Thubit Duskaxe. And by the notes that he took in his journal, he seemed to be an adventurer. And most notes are regarding the frog people to the northeast and serpents with foul magic to the southeast. The journal also describes his plan to find allies to help him rescue his cousin Agora, who was bewitched by the serpents.
Did we meet anyone by the name Agor?
No.
Okay.
So that's what the journal is about.
And the runes that were in level 6 at the door where the golem thingy was.
Did you copy those runes?
Yes, I made a forgery of a copy of the runes.
Dun. Level 6. This door. Two. Bear with me 1 second. Ah, yeah, Dwarvish inscription. Translate as follows. It is the will of the Keeper of Secrets under the mountain that only the hand of the king may open these doors.
Can you copy paste that in
Sure.
chat for me?
Goes on then. Let all who enter gaze upon the heart of Melabort and know the true power of dwarven kind.
Okay. Thanks.
So that's what that said. Ah, yes, there. There you have it. Good. All right. Where were we? Hello.
Well,
Was it me?
I don't think me and Yaku have anything to do really.
Nope.
Yeah, and I was thinking again if there was something that I was forgetting about, but I don't think so.
Well then, what is it? Get back to Undermountain, or
I'm in the Yawning Portal.
I'm not sure. I guess Yaku and I would take the longest almost because there's no really set time on sightseeing.
Yeah, we will.
yeah, that is true. Yes.
We will get back eventually.
All right. While sightseeing, one thing that is particularly interesting about the city, apart from its general size, are the statues that are in gigantic size spread it all over the city. You have, for example, one of the statues is the God Catcher. If you click on the map note, it's more towards the north. You see a
God.
picture of it.
Oh
I
yeah,
can
that
also
one does
nice.
have one.
show to players there.
Ooh.
That is basically the size they are in, and there are a couple of them spread it all over the city in different poses and also in completely different depictions. One of them is a swagin, another one is a griffin, and so on and so on. But apparently, Yagu has probably not really a big idea what those are about, since you're not from Waterdeep, precisely.
Yep.
But they are beautiful to look at, and look like they could move every minute. Not just a piece of art, also quite big.
I guess I'll walk through the entirety and I guess I'll look like the kid in the candy shop or whatever expression you want to use. And I'll point at everything and very annoyingly ask Yaku to tell who probably doesn't know much more
I
than
don't know any.
what any of it the history of all of it.
Yeah, I'm afraid, Strand, I know, well, just a tiny bit more than you do because I'm not native to here either.
When we have time, I have to visit a library here.
There actually is, yes.
Yeah, but not now.
Aha.
Not now, voice in my head. I have to go.
But you don't know when you will be back.
Yeah, but we don't really have time now. We've got stuff to do.
All right. The only thing else that is quite obvious then, as you wander through the city, is from time to time over your head you see a patrol of griffin riders that fly over the city. And that is a thing that Yagu indeed does know. They are part of the city guards. One of the more specialized units as being the Griffin Cavalry. And that is a thing that always belonged to Waterdeep. Funny, there's even a mini about this. Need to get that one time. Alright, then as you wander the city, at one point, Volo finally catches up to you two. Ah, there you are, my friends. Gazing upon the wonders of our city?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ask
Striana
me
here
anything.
hasn't seen much of any city, to be honest, so...
Oh,
Please.
I happen to be an expert of Waterdeep. I wrote a book about it. So, feel free to ask me anything.
Then I will proceed to ask him everything.
Okay, so he starts with the most obvious thing, which is the statues, and tells you that those were mighty construct built for defense of holy temples, ancient vaults, and the most important cities, castles, and fortresses of Waterdeep. And they often served as ethereal guardians that could attack other ethereal creatures approaching its guarded area.
Wait, so they were animate or animated?
Yes, they actually are called the walking statues.
Nice.
So then, but much later, some more statues appeared, but all of them then got corrupted by Halaster and then turned into stone again by a adventuring party during the spell plague. So nobody knows if those will ever become animate again. Rumor says there are parts missing that they need, and maybe they will one day walk again.
There be a possibility of helping them do that?
I think there could actually be a way to do this. Maybe Undermountain gives us more clues. He smiles as in his plan is working.
His plan of being a tourist guide.
Yeah, mostly actually being a tourist and you being the guides. For
No, but
Undermountain.
right now he's the tourist guide.
No, then later for Undermountain.
No one said we're gonna drag him along further than Skullport. No one said we will drag him along. For that
All right.
matter.
He then as well drags you to the Great Market, which is the biggest market that Skriana has ever seen. It's a couple of miles wide and roughly 1 mile high or long, or no, not wide, but anyway, you get what the picture. It's looking like an egg. And is filled with market stands. Most of them not fully equipped, but still the stands are there. And the merchants are trying to offer their goods to anyone who walks by.
I will gently attempt to take Yaku and go into any old side passage away. It's too much. It's too big. No thanks. Not our time.
All right, Volo follows you and asks, is there anything particular that you are interested in? Maybe in taverns, establishments, other sightseeing spots?
I guess the only tangible thing be interesting to see the old Shadow Dusk house.
Shadow Dusk Manor. Yeah, I guess we could go there, but don't be too disappointed. There's not much to see. It burnt down a couple of decades ago. You might probably know 3 of the Shadow Dusk house died in that fire. But then he just shrugs and says, "All right, I guess we can go there." And he leads you a bit out of the crowded part of the city, back towards the castle ward. And you find a open field there with burnt down ruins in the middle of it. The field around it was probably some kind of garden once, but is now not really maintained and completely overgrown by plants. So that's it. I hope you're not too disappointed.
But it's been decades. Why is no one trying to rebuild it?
Well, there are no more Shadow Dusks in Waterdeep. You're probably one of the first to set foot into the city for decades.
Well, yeah, but there's our people. Just if we get pushed out, you imagine someone would take over. You can't just. I mean, it ruins the entire seg of the city.
I guess the other houses just want to leave it there, just as a reminder what could happen if you reach up to the sky. Nobody really took care about the old Shadow Dusk Manor, and it's here ever since.
But
as far as I know, the land still belongs to the name, so there you are. This is your home.
Is it like a cordoned off section, or just a ruin that you could enter?
It's a ruin, but the ruin has barely any walls left. It's, I mean, you can just guess where it started and where it's stopped. And there is also no indication about how big the manor actually once was.
Can I dig around the ruins just for a bit, see if there's anything remotely interesting in them?
Sure. There is a lot of burnt furniture that is not good anymore, and apparently nobody ever cared to scrap all of that stuff. And thoroughly searching through the ruins, you actually find a piece of cloth with the Shadow Dusk emblem on it. But
the old one?
Huh?
The old one?
Yes.
Ooh.
But that is all that you can find.
I'll stash that away. All right, I guess we should. It's getting late. Maybe we should go back to the drinking area.
The pub, you mean?
Sure, the pub.
Just right before you leave the ground of the Shadow Dusk Manor, you feel a weird connection to a different plane. It just rushes by and then is gone again.
I leave a bit quicker.
All right. So back to the Yawning Portal, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So you meet back again in the Yawning Portal, and Zoya is probably quite happy to see that you dragged Volo all along.
Yeah, I'm happy I didn't have to deal with him while translating things.
Ah, there you are. Back again, huh? So, what do you do next?
Wouldn't you like to know now?
Of course I would. It is my personal mission to write down everything you do.
But why?
Because it's important. The world needs to know.
Just humor.
No, it doesn't.
I promise you I will write a nice song about you. And even use your real name. I'm talented enough to make it work in a song.
I guess
I don't know if I want to
We-
live another few centuries with whatever you're gonna write.
It will be my pleasure.
I bet it will.
we should return
sure-
to Undermountain.
Well, I guess we can stay here the night and then just leave in the morning. We're still waiting for the items Lady Silverhand wanted to deliver. And the money.
Yes, about that. While you're sitting there in the Yawning Portal planning your next steps, a couple of hours later, another messenger boy arrives and tells you that the required weapons, together with some donkeys and carts, are waiting for you at the docks.
Right.
Nice.
Guess we're approaching the docks.
It is getting dark outside right now.
Just
Like
guess we're approaching the docks tomorrow. I mean, we need to take a break before we go down there again, I guess. How many hours did it actually take us?
About 8 hours of travel.
Can I
Yeah,
have
then
the
I guess then I guess we're gonna
Yeah.
travel tomorrow.
Can I have the
Yeah, we should
messenger
take a break.
take a message back?
Sure, he was about to leave, but you grab him at his neck.
Could you neck?
The arm would have been
Yeah.
would suffice.
Whatever you get a hold of while this small boy is trying to get away.
Could you
Yes, ma'am.
ask if anyone is an expert on the foreplane?
On the what plane?
The foreplay.
The foreplane.
Oh,
No, not that.
I
We'll do
guess.
that later,
Yeah.
Lasha. Don't worry.
Who should I ask about this?
Well, whatever wizards you have.
Wizards, eh? Okay. I tried to get to them. Pretty busy. Pretty busy. Yeah, that's the word.
No, I'm
I
not.
mean,
I can't cast
correct.
magic.
Huh?
Nothing.
Well, I tried to find one, and then what should I do when I have the answer? Just tell him that you asked.
Well, I don't know. I like the party. How do your officials work?
How do what?
You know, you're
How about you get a meeting? How about you let the boy organize a meeting with a wizard, and then you ask him or her your questions directly?
that, and I point at her, and then I point at him.
All right. Okay. Find a wizard with knowledge about the foreplay, and then get him to do a meeting with you. Okay. Got it.
Foreplane.
No, wait,
Damn it,
wait.
Elasha.
I let the boy go with foreplay in his mind and give him 2 gold pieces.
That's generous. Okay, I'll do my best. And then he turns around and runs.
He's gonna bring you a hooker.
I'm gonna bring you a drag queen.
All right. Spending your evening there in the Yawning Portal. Roughly an hour later, an elder man enters the Yawning Portal and is desperately looking out for someone that matches your description. As he finds you, he approaches you slowly, as in not knowing how exactly to do this, and says, "Are you the one asking about the foreplane?"
Foreplane.
The far
it's called-
plane, yes.
called the
I
far
hoped
plane.
that the little boy just got you wrong there. I got your message. Okay, good. What a relief. He is
Well,
visibly uncomfortable, or was visibly uncomfortable.
it's not much of a relief. It's way
So,
worse.
the far plane. All right. I guess we have to do this then here. I think so. Okay. So,
Sure.
what is your question?
Can you? Is there a possibility of checking one's soul and its connection to the far plane?
Hmm. Tell me what you would like to accomplish with that. What exactly is the goal?
To know if I'm wrapped, connected to the far plane, and how much so, and how to stop it.
Hmm. The connection is probably easy to detect. I just can't do it right now since we are not allowed to do any kind of magic in the city.
Yeah,
But
if you.
I guess as soon as you leave the city boundaries, if you have means to do this, then you can probably just try something out. And then he describes a yes.
Do we know about the foreplane or far plane or
Far plane, Elisha, damn it!
no? So no, I didn't say foreplay. I said foreplane, but it's far plane, as in
Yes.
far
Far
away.
plane, far like and far away, exactly.
Okay. Do we know about that?
Um,
I guess
Because
it's
well,
technically
you
far.
heard the name.
if not, then I would, if it's okay in the situation, I would ask to elaborate what that actually is.
All right, he is not shy to give you an explanation about that, and says the Far Realm, as most people know it, is a plane of madness situated very far from the planes of the standard cosmology. This maddening realm was feared for its power to twist unfortunate visitors into gruesome monsters, and it was from here that aberrations came. Is that enough of an explanation for you?
You mean that was the birthplace of all aberrations?
Yes.
Interesting. I see.
It's
Thank you a
the
lot for the explanation.
it's the plane of incomprehensible, powerful creatures that predate gods.
He nods and says yes, for example, like aboleths.
I flinch a bit.
And how or what type of connection could you have to that plane?
Well, that is actually a
I
good question. The Far Realm has an infinite number of layers, so some of them might even be connected to our material plane.
it's
And sometimes people have a connection to it, mostly not really to their own good, since beings from the far plane are usually way more powerful than a normal mortal mind could comprehend or even withstand. So having that connection is one thing. Surviving it or staying yourself while being connected to there is another thing. Often beings take over bodies from the material plane.
Well, I turn over to Skriana. If you ever feel like something, well, if you have this connection and you ever feel like something is trying to take over and you're losing control, then please inform me. I might have means to prevent that, or at least give you a better chance of getting yourself free again.
Well, if any of you happens to have a connection to the far realm, then the only way to cut it off is find the being that is behind all of this. Usually just the plane itself does not connect to a being. There must be some aberration behind this doing it.
Usually. And then what? You kill the aberration? I don't think that's possible with beings of that power.
Well, not all of them have godlike powers. Maybe the person that we're speaking of is lucky and is having a connection to a lesser aberration. But that's just a theory.
Yeah, I doubt it.
But yes, that would be the way of getting rid of the connection. Once it's established, it's probably the only way.
What did he give me about how to check the connection?
He gives you instructions to perform a ritual which involves casting several spells, like, for example, Detect Magic. And
Something I could accomplish?
yeah. By the
Okay.
description he gives you, it is something that you can accomplish. So it's a complicated ritual that takes roughly an hour, and all of the spells he mentioned that you need to do there in a specific order are definitely doable for you. So
Okay.
you could do this in either downtime or whenever.
Okay. That's
So may I even ask what the reason for this question is?
uh I look at the party. Uh should I?
Yes.
Um, uh, Out of character, like this is an high rank wizard in the ranks of
You don't know.
Lady
He
Silver. We
actually
don't
does
know.
not.
Okay.
He does not look like he is some way up in the ranks. At least he's not wearing some kind of official clothes. He's just having a normal robe with some golden tarsiers in it. Um, Definitely not from a noble house, something like that.
Uh, well, I then would sign like just with the hands, make like a downward motion, like keeping it low, like not telling.
I nod. To Elisha's gesture.
I'll just stop.
Well, I guess you won't tell me then. Just a general reminder, we are not allowed to cast any magic here in the city. And please don't do the ritual I just described to you within the city boundaries. And also, if you personally happen to have this connection to the far plane, I recommend you to take care of this as fast as possible. He then raises one eyebrow and asks if there's anything else he can do.
No, don't think so.
Well then, happy to be of service. And he then opens the hand towards you.
I'm confused.
I give
He
him.
wants money.
I give him
Oh.
20 gold pieces.
Thank you very much. If you ever need anything else, you find me in the academy.
Which academy?
It's just right behind Castle Waterdeep. You will find it. It's a court where the wizards study the arts.
Okay.
He then bows to you and leaves. You need to say something.
Well, should we go?
I would say we stay here for the night and then leave in the morning.
Yes, because we've already been traveling a lot and then been a few hours in this city. I think it would be wise to rest and then leave in the morning.
I agree.
I would also like to look for a bank or the equivalent of a bank.
There is an actual bank.
Okay, I just changed the money I have in silver and gold because I have everything in copper pieces.
All right. Yeah, no big deal. The gold pieces and silver pieces that you get there are, of course, Waterdeep coins. But as long as you don't get the odd ones from the city, there is absolutely no issue with them.
They're worth the same, right?
Yes. If you want to have a look at it, at the market on the Waterdeep map is a pin with an image of the coins.
Mhm.
That gold piece coin is, by the way, the one that you find on all Dungeons and Dragons book at the back. Quite common symbol. Just random knowledge. Good. All right. So then I guess you take the night in the Yawning Portal. Drunan is happy to give all of you a room for free, of course, since um, you have a mission there for the city. And all of those rooms are pretty comfortable. Actually, above the standard of your own rooms in Skullport.
Oh come on, we spent money on a comfy bed, okay?
Well, it is comfy, but still the room is very well equipped. It's a
Yeah.
nice room. It's very well furnished. The decorations are all right at the place where they need to be, and every room even has a little picture of Waterdeep. Durnan seems to be pretty proud of the city. Good. Then the night passes without any disturbance. And then the next morning you can get to your caravan.
She leave
Yes,
us
we
money
do.
on the. Did she leave us money on the caravan? Because she said she wanted to give us money.
Yeah. She left the 1,500 gold pieces with the caravan. And as you approach the caravan, the leader of it hands it right over to you.
Okay. I add that one to the party gold.
All
In the
right.
back holding.
The leader of the caravan then asks you, all right, then, where shall we go?
I'll point them in the direction of the caves.
All right, you lead them there. The caravan gets into motion. Actually has also a couple of city guards with it. And a total of 3 mules packed with bows and staffs. Bows, not bows.
Mhm.
Bows and staffs. And another mule dragging a cart full of swords and spears.
How far up was the ceiling the in the cave?
In the tunnel that led you here,
Mhm.
about 15 feet.
So I couldn't reach it by. So before going there, I would have reattuned to the slippers
Uh-huh.
and unattuned from the ring, and I will just like every now and again make symbols on the ceiling of the cave, so it's not noticeable right away.
All right.
And then probably send a message when we reach Skullport to tell the Lady Silverhand how it was, or where the symbols, or what to look for.
Yeah, the caravan can do this on its way back.
Or the caravan can do that on the way back, yeah.
Yes, all right. And then, as mentioned, 8 hours later, you reach Skullport.
Could I guess I ask the party if it's okay to try that ritual here.
Hmm.
We don't know exactly how far-reaching the curse is. So maybe you want to be sure and wait a little bit longer?
Okay.
All right. Good. So you get back into Skullport. And where do you actually then bring the caravan to?
I mean, they could do whatever they want now, right?
Yeah, what do they want to do?
No, we have the caravan with the weapons. Who asked for the weapons again?
Harper's?
So where do we bring the weapons?
Halaster should know,
Uh,
right?
Yeah, well, I didn't get like that instruction, but I'm pretty sure we can like drop them off at Felrax or.
All right, yes. So you lead the caravan up to the
Let's drop
Up
them
to
off at the most sociable of the Harpers that we know.
you then lead the caravan up to Falrak's fortress and drop the weapons there. At first, he seems to be a bit surprised, but then quickly understands what is happening. And without a word, or without further words, orders the caravan to unload in the basement of the fortress. And with that, the guards tell their goodbyes to you and make their way up to the city. Before doing so, asking if there is anything that they can take up with them.
I would go and buy more clothes. About how much could I buy that fills like the cart with clothes?
The cart would probably be filled with roughly 250 gold pieces worth of clothes.
Okay, so if no one else wants to send anything, I would fill the cart with 250 worth of clothes. And then tell him to bring it to the orphanage. And I give him an extra 20 gold to deliver it there.
He refuses the gold and says that's not necessary. Waterdeep pays for my expenses.
Very well, thank you very much then.
Good. All right. Then the caravan sets off back into the tunnels. And you are back in good old Skullport. With that, I'd say we end the session for today. And I guess we don't need another week of downtime, right? You
No,
don't
we're
need to
gonna
do-
head out soon, I imagine.
Yeah, we
Alright,
just need to
good.
figure out which direction we're gonna leave. Whether we want to go find a way back to level 3, or if we actually want to risk going through level 4. Actually, I think were there some portal in level 4? I don't remember. We didn't find any, or we
find
didn't
any,
use
but I
any.
think there are.
So potentially we could go and have a look at level 4 and visit our gardener friend.
I guess if we... what level did you start your plane hopping at?
Well, the level 5 we use.
No, yeah, in level
and
5
then-
it started, and then in level 6 it went wild.
Yeah.
Because he could just go from level... We could go to level 6 and then just actually go downwards normally again.
Yes, but the issue is that we either go back to level 3 to go to level 6, or we deal with Matt's droid lady.
Well, why wouldn't we
But-
go by 3 to go to 6?
Because the ferry doesn't start from Skullport. The ferry starts from level
right.
3.
Yeah, but there is
So,
a path, right?
We need to figure out where the passage is because we have no clue where the passage is.
Oh, yes, you do, because you used it already.
Yeah, we know where the passage is.
Yeah, to level 3 is not a problem, but from level 3 to 2, that's blocked.
Yeah, but from level 3 to level 6 is just gem, I assume. Because if I recall correctly, there's another wormling on the other side.
Yes, the portals work both sides the same.
Yeah, I mean, we do have gemstones, so... I guess we could do
Yeah, I
that.
probably might need 1 or 2 gemstones from time to time.
We do have a few, so... Do you need anything specific?
I don't know yet.
Well, the only specific one that you need is diamonds, right?
Well, I don't
No,
have
I
diamonds.
meant for Tiralai.
Oh,
Aha,
Tiralai wants
all of
gems.
them.
All of them.
The
But I
more
don't want to
expensive we had
give all of them at once. I want to
Well, he's not
drip
going to
feed
munch
them.
them.
Yes, of course, but you need to have, like, from time to time, have another.
does
Yeah.
Terralai have a diamond?
No. Wait, 1 second.
I also wouldn't want to give diamonds.
Had to
I
sneeze.
don't want to
Sorry.
give Terralai a diamond. I wanna...
Caroline will definitely talk to you a bit in the week in between sessions now. So be
All right.
prepared that I might message you with random shit.
Okay, no problem.
I mean, we do have black pearls that are worth 500 GP. But I would keep that one for like...
Or whenever you need a black pearl, right?
Well, I don't know. We have 3. But I wouldn't start feeding the sword the most expensive thing we have.
Again, it's not going to munch the stuff.
Yeah, but it's gonna keep it.
Yeah.
I don't know how willing the sword is to part with it again.
No.
Exactly. So, in a way, it is feeding it to the sword, because then it's part of the sword.
Yes.
I have a bunch of moss agates and 6 banded agates that were 10 GP each, so we can start offering those. The sword doesn't know what's in my bag of holding, so...
Who knows? We will definitely start the sword play now. It's going to be fun.
Please find another name for it.
Nobody's watching. I can say whatever I want.